So, good morning, one and all. First of all, I extend my warm welcome to our esteemed expert, Professor Kavita Ojha, ma'am, in this field, scholarly and the senior expert in this field of higher education. I also extend my warm welcome to all the learned participants with the smiling faces. And I also extend my warm welcome to our esteemed course coordinator, Professor Ambika Jaiswal, ma'am. So friends, in today's two different sessions, we're going to talk about the different tools. Lot of tools we have covered, but certain tools there are that are very essential for our research and our classroom teaching. So in the first session, we will talk about the research, and in the second session, we will going to talk about the classroom teaching tools. So we'll start with the very first session, that is the AI tool for research. We have seen, friends, some couple of tools, but this session have explore some more tools, and we'll start with this session with the help of one of our renowned and scholarly expert in this field of higher education, in the particular computer science, Professor Kavita Ojha, ma'am. Ma'am, I extend my warm welcome on behalf of all the esteemed gatherings and the organization to this short-term program, and particular to this refresher, particular to this session. Friends, Professor Ojha, ma'am, is at present serving as the associate professor and the head at the Department of Computer Science at Shivaji University, Kolhapur, situated in the Maharashtra, India. Ma'am is engaged, ma'am having the over rich experience of teaching as well as research in this field of higher education more than the 3 decades. Her area of specialization is the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and integration of ICT, that is the information and communication technology in the higher education. She has guided for the two MPhil students. Under his able guidance, 5 scholars have been completed their PhD program, and still she is mentoring the 6 scholars for their PhD program. Ma'am has published, scholarly published more than 70 plus research articles in the reputed national as well as the international journals. She has author of the 15 different books in this domain. She has completed the two minor research projects and one major research project funded by the funding agencies. As an innovator, she has a two awarded patent on his credit, design patent on his credit by the UK government. Today, she will going to talk about this AI tools for research. So let us, friends, once again, warmly welcome Professor Kavita ma'am is here. Ma'am, you are warmly welcome. And now may I request you to please start with your session. Ma'am,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll share my screen.
Yes, ma'am, you can share.
I think it is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. You can please continue.
Okay. So very good morning to all. I'm not able to hear anything.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Because the way sir said all smiling faces, that motivates
Very
me
good
also.
morning. Very good morning.
It's a good thing. Like, okay, we have very good participants. And see, all are doctors, in fact. I feel somewhat to teach research tools to doctors. All are PhD holders. So let us make it as a discussion type session, right? So let us all get involved in it. I'll be just there with you all. I'm one of you all and we'll have discussion. So that will be more fruitful, in fact. So let me start with, before we start with the tools, which part of research you all, because all of you may be guides also, right? Which part of research you all find difficult? And you think there should be a tool for it? Everything is easy. Hello? Any part of research you all find it difficult?
Ma'am, data analysis we find a little bit difficult using the statistical tools
Okay, good.
and interpreting the data, and that part specifically I find difficult.
Okay.
Other
That-
than that, exploring the literature, ma'am, because when you
Literature
have
review.
plethora of literature, identifying the best one
Yes.
and apt one is little difficult.
That is true. That even I agree with it. It is really difficult to read the work people have done and then try to understand, because they have put their whole efforts into it. It is not easy to understand what they have done in their one research paper. Agreed, sir. Correct. Even ma'am is right, but that statistical analysis depends on the application or the domain in which we are working. There are different tools for different applications, in fact. Right? Okay. So rest, I think everyone is okay with. So this is just a small thing. Now, how do you think the AI tools can help us? The only thing what we'll be working on is to find out how a new source we can get to assist us in our research, especially in case of literature review. Because this is what my students also find it very difficult whenever they are registered and they carry out the research work. Because to prepare synopsis, we expect them to read some papers and then only come and present it, the research topic what they're interested in. So the tools which synthesize information from the large databases of scholarly output with the aim of finding the most relevant articles and saving researchers' time. The main or the core part is finding the most relevant articles. How do we decide the article is relevant? To decide the article is relevant, first I should know in which domain I'm going to work on. What is the problem I'm going to address, right? So these tools will help you to accelerate literature reviews, data analysis, writing, citation analysis, and mapping of the literature, right? So these will also help you in summarizing the papers, identifying the gaps, and managing the references, providing quick cited answers and assisting in drafting. So what the output is, what you'll have a very good research cycle because you have tools to assist you. In the beginning itself, I want to make it very clear. Don't use them to replace your logic, your thinking. Use them as your assistants, right? Use them as your assistants. Fine. So this is what, not to rely on only one tool, because we'll be talking about many tools. Most of the tools are doing the same job. But when you run them, when you execute them, you get different answers on all the tools. You don't get the exact same answer, right? So it is important not to rely on one tool for all the research, because you might miss something important information on the topic of your interest. You give the input to different tools, collect the data from all the outputs of all the tools, summarize it the way you find it important, and put it down in your research. Fine. Now, AI tools for academics. Of course, we all are teachers, so we need some tools for us also. Right? How many of you have used Canva?
Yes, ma'am, used.
I think most of you all might have used it, right? Flourish, Julius AI. These are the tools what we use to create visuals. Similarly, we use summarizing research via SciSpace, Unreadable, and AvidNote. We'll be talking about them a little bit later. Creating presentations, Gamma, mostly almost all the students might be using it to prepare their seminars, even teachers. Oxy is also there and Plus is also there. See, these are tools. If you look at it, to create visuals, we have 3 different tools. All of them will help you in creating the visuals. But the output of this, and this will be totally different. So you can try all and select the one which you think is good as per your content. Summarizing research, also your SciSpace, Unreadable, AvidNote, same thing. All of them are doing the same thing of summarizing the research. But again, depending on our domain and our thing, like, okay, this tool is giving us the best content, we can decide. Right? This is for you all. The book is ready. The person has not written the book. You can see the very famous Booker Prize jury, right? Booker's Prize, what they get due to the authors who write the books. So AI wrote the book, but we wrote the prompt. That means when you are searching on the internet, what prompt you are giving to search, what input you are giving in your browser window, right? That is important. So nowadays, you might have heard about prompt engineering also. The input you give to search really makes a lot of difference. So creating visuals, as I said, we'll talk about these one by one. So very first one is the Canva. So this is for you to read. So what it helps you? It helps you in creating high quality visual content, right? You don't need to have any advanced design skills. Automatically, you'll get a graphic design platform, which is mostly used for the presentation, for the progress report presentation, for the synopsis presentation, and sometimes even for the final spiral presentations, right? So here you can also create academic posters and even data-driven infographics. You can have your project timeline presentations and even the visual abstracts. Canva is mostly used, but I don't know how many of you are aware about Flourish. So this is also no code data visualization tool. You don't need to write anything, right? It is mainly used to create interactive charts and maps where the interaction is there, right? And animated narratives. So it enables researchers to transform complex data set into engaging visual stories. Nowadays, if you see, instead of telling, if you put it in an animation form and all, people understand it more better, right? That AR, VR, what is coming to the market now, even in the games and all, why the people get to engage to it? Because of the visuals what are presented along with it, right? So ideal for presenting and findings in academic journals, reports, and websites. Next, what you have is the Julius AI. Again, fast data analysis, right? Especially for complex data sets. So if the data set is too complex, you can always go for Julius AI. So how it helps you? It helps you in support. You can directly upload spreadsheet, that is Excel sheets. CSV file, as we all are researchers, we know it is comma separated file, usually used for the research in a machine learning and AI whenever you are inputting the data. And SQL databases to perform the statistical tests like ANOVA, t-test, and generate graphs and create reports. So someone was asking about statistical analysis. So they can use this Julius AI tool for this ANOVA, t-test, and there are many different tests. These are some common tests what I could find, so I wrote it here. Okay. This was related to creating the visuals. Now, as I was talking about, a very good tool what I came across is Chalky. How many of you are aware of Chalky? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
It's a very good and handy tool, especially for all the teachers, right? I'm not talking about research right now. I'm talking about a tool which a teacher can use, right? So as the name suggests, lessons in second. This is the screenshot I've taken once I put it in Google. It shows chalky.ai, right? Especially for schools, but even we can use it for our own departments also when you're carrying out a teaching learning. So what it asks you, to pick a topic and create a lesson. Now, especially when you're going for NEC accreditation, and nowadays COPO mapping creates a very important role. So these are handy things which can help us out. So when it says create lesson plan, create lessons, what I written the topic as ICT tools, because a common topic what I think almost everyone will understand, right? So once you put it there, this is the screen what appears. I've taken actual screenshots and I put it on the slide so that when you work on it, you can get connect to it. So the lesson topic what I given is ICT tools. Then I'm supposed to select for whom it is, how many. By default the slides have come 10. By default the language is also come as US English. We can change it, right? Additional instructions if I want to add it, like learning objectives or what is special topics. If you already have a lesson plan, then I can add this also here, right? And if you want to be more specific, there is something pro written here. See, this all is free. Wherever the word pro comes means the paid version you need to subscribe for. Right now, what I'm talking about is totally free version. So when pro is there, I'm not adding anything here. See, the advantage is what it can align to the standards and the curriculum. If I just give my curriculum accordingly, as per my curriculum, the lesson plan will be prepared. So once I click on continue, okay. So ICT tools I've already selected. The level is what? Then they ask me the different types of levels. So I've selected adult learners, right? These two are kept as it is. I've not made any change here. And additional instruction, I have just put enhanced learning resources, interactive learning, personalized learning, and global connectivity. So I want all these things to appear in my presentation. These are the key points what I've given, right? Again, when I go ahead, it will ask me the learning goals or the objectives, right? So description of the understanding, knowledge or skill student will gain. This is what I expect, right? As an output. We also have COs, course outcomes in our lessons when we are designing our curriculum. Fine. Vocabulary list I have omitted. Now you can also include a relevant video for you. But again, remember here what it is written, it is pro. Fine. So it is pro means it is paid. So we are not working on it. I can also get an activity sheet ready, a print ready sheet of activities based on the lessons what we have decided, right? Now, it can be a 10-minute starter quiz or we can pick up a template. So we'll pick up the template later on. So these are the things what we already ticked. Now the template what I'm picking up is the lesson starter, right? Quick activities to engage student at the beginning of a lesson 5 to 10. This is the activity what I've already selected. Now, when I'm creating, now it is creating a lesson plan for me. That means my presentation will be ready, which I can go and present in my class and start teaching, right? So here they're asking like the background of my PPT, how it should look like. So here what I have selected, bright, fun and fresh. So bright, fun and fresh. So this is the background what I selected. See, you can see the different types of backgrounds which are available. These are the popular ones, your light, dark, simple. In fact, you are supposed to play with this tool. Chalky is a tool which you are supposed to play with and enjoy it. So here what we have done, we have selected bright, fun and fresh. Now the PPT is ready, right? How many slides I have? I have 1 to 10 slides. Fine. My activity sheet what I had selected is also ready. Okay. What was the title I had given for my lesson plan was ICT tools. Now, automatically it is given empowering learning in the digital age. I have not given anything. I have just given the title. Like I want this PPT to be presented only for this particular title. Now you can see the slides which are ready, right? Now, if I look at the second slide, okay. So this is the second slide. What it is saying, what you learn, so automatically everything comes. And if you look at it very carefully, so nicely it is given. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify key ICT tools used in modern learning and work environment. Remember, we are not given anything. Everything is generated. Everything is generated by this Chalky AI tool. Fine. Explain how interactive and personalized technology improve learning outcomes. Evaluate the role of global connectivity in the education and collaboration. Apply critical thinking to choose the right ICT tool for a given task. And last one, understand how enhanced learning resources support lifelong learning. Is it fine? Now, along with this, if I want to add, I can add an extra slide or even I can add an extra activity. Fine. So it is not a plain text. It has a diagram or a figure along with a photo along with the text. Another thing what is generated, interactive learning in the slide what they have created, right? You can see quiz app, live poll, interactive loop student, simulation, drag and drop. So again, they have given the details about it. Enable real-time user engagement through response, manipulation and exploration, like conversion with the technology. So unlike passive watching or reading, you can interact with the system. Fine. Now, this is another slide, right? It is saying discuss. And here you can see learning that fits you. Think of a time when an ICT tool helped you to learn or solve problem. What was the tool and how did it personalized or interactive features makes a difference? What you can see here, because I had selected adult learner, the photograph is related to adult learner, right? The slide, I can modify, I can edit slide and I want to change this photo. No, I don't want adult learners. I want young learners, right? So what it is saying, edit slide, try a shortcut, just tell us what you need. See, this is so handy it is. Tell us what you need. So I can ask them to make it more visual. I can ask them to simplify it or I can ask them to make it more fun, right? Or even I can ask them to expand the content. So increase the length and detail of the content what is already there in the slide. So more slides will be added with more content. And then differentiate slides, create similar slides for different learners. So I can have a slides for adult learners, I can for young learners, I can have it for school, universities, or for a pre-primary school. Fine. So here what I'm doing, I'm going to edit the picture. So once I write the picture, I select the picture from the internet and I put it here. So now if you look at it, the picture is of young children, right? Now what you can observe here, here the picture is of adult learners and you look at the content, right? It is very simple, plain content. When I change the photograph and I make it as a young learner, everything changes. The content also changes. What it is saying, learning that fits you. Fine. Here what it is saying, learning that fits just right. And you can see the emojis and everything, the small PNGs all inserted in between. Just to make it as per the group, the PPT content also changes to make it interactive. Right? So what it says, remember when an ICT tool totally saved the day. What was it? How did it smart personal touches or super fun interactivity level up your learning? Is it fine? You can see the difference. I just changed the photo, automatically the content also got changed. So this is the beauty of this Chalky tool. Okay, now I had already added an activity. So now you can select, choose your activity, which activity you want. So these are different things which are given. You can have open-ended, you can have quiz, you can have true and false, you can have fill in the blanks, right? You can have matching, then even you can have image matching, fine? So now my activity slide is ready. So what it is saying, lesson starter, the name and the date, the name of the candidate and the date, right? Now what are ICT tools is the question which is asked, right? Now the answer is already given. So you need to type it here. How do you type it here? These are the digital tools that help you create, fine? Now, based on this, again, select the best description of an ICT tool from the options below. Now, what is ICT tool? We are already given. Now, the question is, which of the following is not an example of ICT tool when you look at this? Any answer from you all? I hope all are there with me.
Printed textbook.
Excellent. A printed textbook is not an ICT tool. Fine. Now, next what you have is the categorizing tools. So you use different digital tools for different jobs. Now, what you'll be using? You'll be using this words and you'll be putting it into the blanks, right? Categorizing tools. So word bank is given. Questions are given. You are supposed to select a word from here and put at a proper place. Fine. So the tools like Zoom and email allow us to talk instantly with others. This is what type of tool it is?
Communication.
Communication tool. And second one, using Google Docs lets multiple people work on the same document at the same time.
Collaboration.
Collaboration tool. Very good. System like Canvas or Moodle organizes courses and designers in one place.
Learning platform.
Learning platform, right? Apps like Dropbox or OneDrive. So by default, what is remaining now is the cloud
Cloud
storage.
storage.
Fine. I hope you all are with me. I can hear only one of the person.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Okay. So it's okay, right? The pace is fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now the third part of our activity. Now what it is saying, how do these tools actually help us to learn? Complete the passage. If you remember your school days, you used to get all these things, right? In our English paper. The same thing is here because we prepared a lesson plan and an activity. So here again, ICT to transform education. So there are 3 fill in the blanks. You're supposed to select these words and put it there. And at the end, think of an ICT tool you use this week and how did it help you to complete a task. It is expected that the student writes it here. You can add an extra block here. You can also add an extra block, means extra question here. Or some other activity if you want to add in between. So this is also allowed. Fine. So what are the fill in the blanks here? What is the first one? What should come there?
Global.
Right. First one is global. Right. Second one is personalized, because we are talking about the apps like Duolingo adjust the difficulty based on your personal progress. It is personalized teaching learning, right? And the last one is interactive tools, engage us by asking for responses and reactions. Fine. Now these are the answers. What you get the answers also for the activity sheet what you have created, right? Now we had asked for the experience. So that is here. Answers will vary. It is also giving us the experience. Example, I use Google Maps to find a new location, or I use WhatsApp to message my family. That is information and this is communication. So remember, WhatsApp is also a tool, right? Google Maps is also a tool. But Google Map is for navigation and WhatsApp is for communication. You can also add a new block. As I said, there was option given add new block. So when I add a new block, right, visualizing ICT tools. So I've just taken some images from the net and I put it here. So smartphone, cloud storage, video conferencing, right? I can also customize it. For that, I can search the images. See, the images are already put. Now, if I want to customize it, I can search the images or I can also upload it from my PC and make the changes. So this is all about Chalky, which you can work more on it and learn better. It's very good and handy, right? So what you can observe here is you can create lessons. You can also create lesson series and you can create activity sheet. But at the end, important thing is the price, because most of them are paid, but here you have 0%, right? Free. zero commitment and free forever. You can work on this, but the restriction is what? You can create only 5 lessons per week, right? You can create lessons activities, no card details required, export to Google or Microsoft. Now, some of them, they say like, we'll not charge you, it is free, but after 6 months we'll charge you, they ask you the card details. But here it is not required. So Chalky is very handy, at least for teachers, and for the schools, if it is a school, then it is permanently free, right? The teachers' accounts also will be linked, admin controls and tracking, centralized billing, everything can be done using this Chalky. But whenever I said there is a pro return, that means it's a paid version. Fine. In the paid version, if you see, whenever I created all the PPTs, you could see the Chalky written there. See this. So if I don't want this, then I can remove it if I have a paid version. Right? Remove the Chalky bash. And you can also add the YouTube. Is it fine? But here you can create 300 resources. Here you can create only 5 resources. So that was about Chalky, which I found very interesting, and I thought all the teacher fraternity will be happy to know that tool. Now, when to use this tool is not to replace your regular lectures, but whenever you are in hurry and you don't have much time, so you can create it and then modify it and put your inputs also into it. Fine. Okay, now let us, another difficulty what I find whenever I guide my research students is how to find a research topic. I hope everyone have come across that difficulty, like on what research topic should the student should work on. Because to decide a research topic, I should know what is going on currently in my domain, what are the latest advancements which are already done, and I need to find out the research gap. Once I know the research gap, accordingly, I'll start searching for the topic, and then I will finalize a topic for the research to carry out. Fine. So let us look at a tool which will help us in generating the research topic, the topic on which I can carry out my research. And that tool is nothing but it's a paper guide AI. See here I put everything what appears in the net, right? Paper guide AI research topic generator. Whenever it's a AI tool, by default you have .ai as an extension. So this is what it looks like as soon as I open that site. Fine, this is the dashboard. And then it is asking me, describe the subject or the field you want to carry out the research in, where you want to carry out the research, right? So they also give you the help, they help you out, like example, machine learning in healthcare, climate change policies, student mental health. So it's so handy. And then you can select the domain in which you want to work, why you want to carry out, what is the purpose of your research, right? What type of research topic you want, all topics, trending, research gaps, well, see, I told you the difficulty is finding out the research gap, right? Future oriented and interdisciplinary is also motivated nowadays as per NEP, like you should have interdisciplinary research. And in fact, it is expected the research should not be in the lab, it should be from lab to market. Fine. And when you're carrying out the research, even you need to specify what is your expertise level, what type of study you're going to carry out, and anything additional instruction what you want to give. Fine. So the very first thing, subject for research, describe one subject. This is what here, this is what I'm typing here. Describe one subject or the field, right? So you are written student mental health issues due to addiction of social media. So I think this is a general topic. Everyone can give an input to this. Fine. So anyone who can suggest me, this is the thing what I given, student mental health issues due to addiction of social media. Fine, this is the topic I want to carry out my research in. And what is the domain? It comes under, research domain is psychology. So area of interest is student mental health issues due to addiction of social media. Domain what I'll be working on is the psychology. And what is my research purpose, right? It is asking my research purpose. It may be academic paper, it may be thesis or dissertation. If I'm writing for a project proposal, or it's a conference submission, or it's an exploratory study. Such a beautiful thing it is. You have all the different options available. Fine. Now, so what I selected the study purpose is academic paper because I want to come up with a research paper. Fine. The type of research topic, what I selected is trending now. I want to know what is the current scenario right now. Fine. And then I need to select the expertise level. So I have undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD, early researcher and senior researcher. So right now what I selected is early researcher. I'm just starting with my research work. But nowadays, as per NEP, we have research at PG as well as at UG level. Fine. Now, so here I select early researcher. Then I need to decide what type of study I'm carrying out. It is empirical study, it is systematic review, meta-analysis, case study, right? Literature review, theoretical or conceptual, all these things. So what I select here, I am selecting here systematic review, right? So I selected systematic review, right? So psychology, academic paper, trending now, early researcher, systematic review, and now additional instruction. So of course, I want to carry out the research, the social media effect on Indian students, right? So here I have written research domain should be related to India, right? So here 2 is missing. So it is not required. Automatically it gets adjusted. And then I say generate research topics. Fine. So once I click, everything is okay, everyone? No issue? We are generating a research topic for our research work. Now what you can observe, these are the things what we have done. So what we are doing, we are saying generate 5 research topics ideas with the following specification. What is the specification? Area of interest, student mental health issues due to addiction of social media. Domain, I am working on the psychology. Research purpose is to come up with an academic paper. Topic type should be trending now. Expertise is for early researcher. Study type is systematic review. And additional instruction is what? Research domain should be India. Fine. So data what is collected. Now what you can observe this is nothing but a prompt. These are the prompts what I given to my AI tool to come up with the data, to search the data and come up with the output. So here what it says, please provide exactly 5 research topic suggestions, each with a brief explanation of why it is worth exploring. Right? Anyone can give me any idea what you think can be the research title for the student mental health issues due to addiction of social media? See, I want the session to be interactive, otherwise it will be like broadcasting, it's like a radio. One is speaking, all rest are listening to it. Yeah, anyone from psychology, it's a general topic. In fact, you don't even need a domain of psychology. We all face this. We have seen our student mental health issues due to addiction of social media, especially the reels. The concentration power of the students is gone down. They cannot concentrate more than 10 seconds because of the reels concept, right? Anyone who has carried out any research work on this among the participants here?
No, ma'am, but the title could be Addiction of Social Media and Student Mental Health, a systematic review.
Great, great, sir. Very good. Nice. I'm expecting 5 topics. 1 topic is over. What about the rest? One by one. Yeah. No? No issue. No issue. We have a system. It will generate it for us. So these are the 2 topics. As the sir rightly said, a social media addiction and student anxiety in India. Because I said the domain should be related to India. So India will come everywhere now. A systematic review. This is the title of the research work. Fine. See what it is telling. This topic is focused, means it is supporting this title. Why you should work on this title? The topic is focused, timely, and suitable for an early researcher. Why? Because it links a clear exposure with a common mental health outcome. It also has strong academic value since it can synthesize evidence on how excessive social media use relates to anxiety among Indian students. Anxiety is again one of the main topic where lots of research is going on, right? Because we said anxiety in India, it is saying among Indian students. Isn't it fantastic that the title is ready along with telling what you should do under it, right? Another second topic for to create our research is the relationship between problematic social media use and depression among Indian college students. A systematic review. See, again, the Indian comes here because we said the domain should be related to India. Now, this is also a very good topic. It is trying to find out a relationship between problematic social media use and depression. We already know that depression starts with the Facebook, Insta, and all. You post something, there are no likes, there are no comments. People go under, students go under depression. They post their photos, there are no comments, again, they go under depression, right? So we need to find out the relationship between depression and the problematic social media use, right? Now, why this topic is good? Why it is worth exploring? Because depression is a major concern in student mental health, and Indian college population are highly relevant for current psychological research. Right now, in fact, it's a hot research topic, right? A systematic review would help identify how consistently the literature connects social media addiction with depressive symptoms. See, anxiety is fine, you can see, but depression is really dangerous. The person who is in depression sometimes don't even realize that he is under depression. Right? So these type of research work are really very good for the society. So these are the two topics we are asked them to generate 5, right? So the third one now. The third topic is social media addiction, sleep disturbance, and mental health outcomes in Indian students. This is also a beautiful topic, a systematic review. Now what it is saying is a strong trending topic because sleep problems are often linked with both heavy social media use and psychological distress. If you have young children at home, the Gen Z generation, then you might realize that they sit continuously on the phone in the night and sleep in the morning. Fine. Because of that, they have sleep problems, right? And because there's no proper sleep, they have psychological distress, right? So it is specially used for early researcher because you mentioned the type what way is the early researcher. It allows a clear, manageable review of an important pathway affecting student well-being in India. Fine. Again, the word India because we are given the domain as India. Fine. The fourth topic what it is giving is problematic social media use and stress among school and college students in India. Fine. So we spoke about anxiety, we spoke about depression, we are speaking about sleep disturbance, and now we are talking about stress. Right? Everything are getting connected to social media. Okay. So now it is also practical for a systematic review since it can bring together evidences across different educational stages in India. Fine. The fifth topic, the last topic, the tool generated is social media addiction and self-esteem in Indian adolescents and young adults, a systematic review. This is also a good topic, right? Mental health and may be closely affected by online comparison and compulsive use. It is timely and manageable review topic with clear relevance of psychology and Indian youth population. So here, can you all give me some input if I want to carry out the research on any of these topics? From where do I collect the data and how do I collect the data? Yeah. See, it's a general topic. It is not related to any subject, any discipline. Student mental health, and try to find out whether the anxiety issue or the depression or the sleep depression or the stress, right? And self-esteem, the comparison when you have with others. If someone is getting more likes, you are not getting those many likes on the post. Again, there's a mental issue. Fine. And we already know there are companies who provide the services to increase your likes, to increase the number of comments on your post. Anyone who can tell me from where to collect the data and how do I collect the data for such research?
Ma'am, there may be two, three types. Like we can go with the Kaggle also. Kaggle has a huge database.
Yes.
Or we can collect it from the real-time database, like from any psychologists, doctors,
Yes.
clinic.
Good. Yes.
And
Yes.
also we can circulate the survey forms to the colleges and schools.
Ma'am, the last option is excellent because Kaggle has the data set, but the data set may not be related to Indian students.
Yeah.
Our study is related to Indian students. And another thing, I'm talking because all are teachers now, ma'am. So
Yeah.
we create a Google form, and when you're creating a form to be circulated, the
Yeah.
draft, again, I'll tell you what I have gone through, ma'am. When I
Yeah.
circulate the Google form, they don't even read it. They just keep on ticking it because they are forced to enter the data.
Yeah.
So the best thing is we sit with the farm, call that person, talk to them randomly, just casually, and then observe it and put the thing. So for that, we need a psychologist.
Yes.
Can help us because this is a very good study. And if we carry out for our college or for our school or for our university, you will have a very good mark in NAC also because this will be one of the best practice which no one does. Why they don't do it? Because it is time consuming. And you
Yeah.
need to appoint a psychologist who is supposed to sit with the students and mark on it.
Yes. Definitely, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank
Then you also have a dashboard, which I'll not talk much about because just now we just saw how to create a research topic. Then your reference manager, AI writer, extract data, research agent, literature review, chat with PDF, deep research. Chat with PDF is nothing but you can search something in PDF. Fine. So this is the dashboard. Now you have research agent, you have all papers. Describe the task, question or analysis you want to assign. Now it is saying hello CSD because each and every AI tool you use, it will ask you to log in. It will ask you to log in so you can use your Gmail account and you can log in. It is expected that you will have more than one Gmail account. So one Gmail account can be official Gmail account where you use it, and another Gmail account can be for all these AI tools so that your data doesn't get steal. They don't steal your data. So we cannot trust everything, whatever comes on the internet. A AI tool comes, it says, I'll do this, I'll do that, and it will ask you to log in. So try to create a temporary login, a Gmail login, which you'll be using for all such tasks and which will not use it for your any official work, right? Or any personal work also. So have one Gmail ID only to use these AI tools. So here we are just, hello CSD is a mail ID, what is created. Fine. Okay, that was to decide the title and we know the dashboard and all. Fine. So paper guide was one of the best tool what I used, but there are many tools available as I said, but we need to decide which is giving a good output as per our understanding. Okay. Now another problem is summarizing the research. So we have SciSpace, we have Unriddle, and we have Evernote. Now what it does? Summarizing is what you need to take the data from the literature. So important part is the literature review, collect the research papers, extract the data, what is relevant to you. And after extracting, you need to summarize it, right? So you have hundreds of research papers, data is extracted and it is summarized automatically using this SciSpace, right? It is also useful for identifying trends, results and methodologies during literature review phase. Because when you are carrying out a literature review, we also create a table sometimes indicating like depending on the methodology or the algorithms what are used and who are the researchers who have worked on it and what tools were used. Fine. So this is a very handy tool, SciSpace. Another tool what we have is the Unriddle. Now this helps you to read, write and learn faster. Why? Because here I can ask the question and it will give me the answers, right? So it quick answer to the questions and connect ideas based on the semantic meaning. So natural NLP, natural language can be used here to ask the questions and accordingly I get. So it is like an AI assistant that generates summaries and understand documents and text auto completion, which we have already seen whenever you are typing something in WhatsApp or in Google also, you get the suggestions below, right? Automatically your sentence gets or your word gets completed. Evernote, again, it's a AI tool, academic research, writing, analyzing research papers, and also it gives you the templates for specific sections, right? When you're writing a research paper, we have many sections, right? Introduction we have, literature review we have, right? Tools we use for the research we have, our conclusion we have, fine. And for proofreading and options for citation management, this is one of the most tedious work, writing and managing the citation. So this proofreading also can be carried out using Evernote. Now creating presentations, I'll not speak much about it. Gamma, mostly everyone knows. because I just give a topic and the presentation is ready. But the only thing is we need to read it what is designed. Once I use Gamma and I cannot just directly go with the presentation and present it, because what I know and what it is created, there may be difference. So better to refine it, edit it, what is already created by the AI tool. Oxy is also same, right? It automates the design, formatting and slide creation. Again, you have plus. So it can help you to convert Word docs and PDFs into PowerPoint presentation. This is really important. Another thing is it can describe the presentation in few sentences or use one of the presets, which is already there. But your Word and PDFs will be automatically converted to PowerPoint file. So sometimes when you create notes for your lecture, you can just give that Word file and your PPT will be ready, because as per NEP now, ICT tools, everyone uses PPTs to make the presentations or for teaching learning in the classroom. Now, tools for academic research via site, Research Rabbit, Elicit, right? You also have tools for research planning. We have tools for literature gap analysis, actually from where to start the research. Fine. So site, another very important and good tool, we'll be talking about it in detail. So what it does, it verifies the claims in the papers by showing how they have been cited, supported, contrasted and mentioned. Sometimes, see, everything is freely available on the internet. How do you trust which research paper is good? Thousands of journals are there and each research paper claims something. So this site helps you in verifying the claims. How does it help you verifying? It tries to find out how they have been cited, which all papers have cited them, and where there's any controversy related to that particular paper on the net. Fine. Research Rabbit, it is to visualize the paper network, helping you to find related work and collaborators. Organize papers and visualize this network for you and your collaborators. So actually it creates a map. You give the title, then it shows how the papers are related to each other and what is common in those papers. You also have Elicit, the systematic reviews and data extraction from papers, great for evidence-based answers. Fine. Research planning, Avixana is very good tool, right? It helps in creating and refining our research proposals. See, research is only not writing research paper, we also write proposals for research projects also, fine? So it helps you by giving real-time content suggestions, identify the research gaps and generating potential research questions. Notebook LM, again, one more beautiful tool, right? It's note-taking tool from Google that acts as a virtual research assistant, right? It will help us to organize, analyze, and gain insight from the uploaded documents, pages, web pages, videos, whatever is there. So we can extract the data even from videos here. Fine. ChatGPT, almost everyone knows. It uses reasoning to synthesize large amounts of online information and complete multiple research tasks for us. Any idea how ChatGPT works? It answers anything, na, we ask. How does it answer?
Yes, ma'am. It's answer.
Yes, sir. How does it answer?
Like conversation between two persons.
Yes, good, excellent. What it does, like whatever we post, whatever mails we see, nothing is personal here. Everything is open. Google has access to each and everything what we are using, our Gmail account, our online presence, whatever transaction we are making, they have all the data. Fine. So even if I'm making any comment on the post somewhere and all, and if I'm asking any question, if someone has posted something, it will collect the data, summarize it, and it put in. So we are the one who is teaching this ChatGPT, looking at our conversation in online mode. Okay, another important tool or good tool is literature gap analysis, right? So answer this AI, size space, and semantic scholar. So answer this is to structure, draft, and refine research paper. Beautiful tool it is. It will structure, it will draft, and also it will refine our research paper. It will help us to generate the sections like introductions, methodologies, discussions, conclusions using AI assistants. Right? The size space, it helps you to extract and summarize the relevant data from multiple papers. This is what we need actually in case of literature gap analysis. It's nothing but doing a literature review, right? Useful for identifying trends, results, and methodologies during literature review is semantic scholar. It finds related papers and understands research landscapes. Now, we have so many tools. We spoke just now many tools. Now, when to use which tool? Now, what I'm showing you all is what I feel, but everyone will have that choice of their own tool. So this is just a sample, fine, but it will change as per the user need. Now, research paper writing, answer this is a tool what people can use. Grammar and typo checking, Paperpal. Paperpal is also really very good thing. SciSpace is also excellent for data extraction for literature review. And review it. Once I write my research paper, I want someone to carry out a peer review. See, it is very difficult. Now the problem is if someone has written a research paper and you are supposed to read it, it is really difficult because you need to understand and you need to spend your time to read the whole research paper and give your inputs. That is why some journals will say peer review. So if you have a tool which will review it for you, because when I read research paper, when I'm reading it, I find it perfect. I want a third person or second person to read it and give me the reviews of it. So we have a tool called Review It, will review our research paper and give us the inputs. And Data Lumio is for data analysis. Now, finding citations for your paper, then there is something called liner. I want to know where all it is cited, right? And ponder is something related to complex research. Right now we are talking about a simple general tools. So if someone is doing a very good research, they can think of that ponder also. GenAI, it identifies the papers for literature review. And Borium converts the paper to poster. We have nowadays in conferences and all, they expect poster presentations, right? So once my paper is ready, I give it as an input and will create a poster using my paper. Now, which are the tools for systematic reviews and meta-analysis? Elicit, you can use Elicit. You can also use SRA, that is Systematic Review Accelerator. And Civil is also there. Before it was called as Lean Library Workspace. And it is cloud-based platform for collecting, organizing, citing references using a browser extension and word add-in. In our browser, you can have an add-in here. Fine. Screening, Covidence, systematic review management, import citations, facilitate the screening of abstract and full text, also helps in assisting the data, right? Data extraction. So Ryan also can be used. You can also use Screenatron, which is used to allow fast abstract screening when performing a systematic review by combining customizable hotkeys with streamlined use. Now, what does the screening mean? When I'm doing a literature review, to select a paper, I won't read the whole paper. I first read the abstract, right? Almost all of us do the same thing. We read the abstract, when we find it useful, then only we go ahead, otherwise we don't read it. So screening is to read the abstracts and shortlist the papers for our literature review. So these are some tools which helps in screening. Then extraction. Excel, create custom interaction forms in Excel using spreadsheet functions such as drop-down menus and range check. So many research works can be carried out using simple Excel. Nothing much is required there, right? There are also SRDR plus. So this also helps the authors to use it in online mode. They can use it, and they provide a previously published systematic reviews and data included in them. Lots of data is available. Perplexity, excellent. Anyone can use it. Upload PDFs to extract text from the PDFs. Plotting. Whenever we write a research paper, they expect at least some graph, some table. Then only we say the graph paper, the research paper is complete, right? Because if you write only text, your paper will not be accepted. So Tableau is one of the most frequently used tool where you can create charts and graphs. Julius AI spoke about it previously also. The advantage is what the analysis is using natural language prompts. So when I'm typing it, I can type the way I speak and it will give me the output. Graphy again suggests the best visualization. So here I have the data set and I tell them suggest me which graph tool should be used, how it should be visualized. So AI suggests the best visualization tool if I'm using Graphy and it will help me in putting my data in a visual form. Next, what we have is the tools for literature review. PubMed, almost everyone knows if you are from medical field, biomedical, and especially in case of biotechnology, bioinformatics and all, PubMed is used. Google Scholar, almost all of us are using this, right? To collect the data or to find out the literature. Elicit is again a free app that helps to find papers, extract data, summarize, brainstorm ideas, and many more. Now we have something called knowledge maps. So what it is done, if I have number of papers available with my topic, it shows me on the map like how much each paper is connected to the topic I'm working on. Right? It actually shows the connection. So Research Rabbit visualizes the complex relationship in the literature. Again, you have connected papers, then again you have lit map. So what it helps to find the papers for literature search, and it generates a map of the most relevant articles related to the seed paper. What is seed paper? What is seed paper? Anyone? No idea?
Mostly the first paper which we are importing, like
Right. It is like
exporting
a,
it to that.
yes, sir, right. It is a base paper actually. We go through many abstracts, we find one of the abstract, we read the whole paper, and then we think like this is my base paper on which I'll be working and I'll be making the enhancement only to this paper. So that is my seed paper, the base paper I'm going to work on. Now, when you're writing it, grammarly, everyone knows, so much of advertisement also comes about it. Paper Pal, excellent one, what you can use. Even the Quillbot is also good. See, why I'm giving all these names is for you all to work on it, practice it, play with these tools, right? More you play with them, more you understand, okay, which is better. Citation Jotero, almost everyone knows, especially when you are doing your research work. So it helps you in creating your citations, bibliography and all. Mendeley is also a citation management tool. And EndNote is a personal citation manager tool that helps researchers create bibliographies and format references in. Important one is what in MS Word. Fine, even Jotaro helps you in that. Now this is one of the tool what I want you all to look at. The tool is Cite. Fine. This is what I've taken the screenshot, literally screenshot, so that when you type it, you can understand, okay. So here you can see cite.ai. Now, AI for research built on evidence. Fine. Now, what can I help you with? I'm a researcher, I'm a corporate, I'm a university or a publisher. The options are available. But remember, everywhere you need to sign in as soon as you start. So when it says, how can I help you? I want it to write, create a review research paper on generative AI, right? I want it to create a review paper on generative AI. So now it is created a review paper. Now what you can see, review of generative AI, tools, techniques and applications. Generative AI has emerged as a transformative technology and all. Now it is asking me, unlock the complete free, start free trial. Fine. I have not signed in still. So sign it is saying. So you need to log in and then you can just see, synthesizes this, that, everything. Now this is what it has written. I'm not liking it. So what I'll do, I'll ask it, I'll rerun it again, right? This is the first time I write it. Then again, I rewrite it, I rerun it again. So again, see the changes. Generative AI comprehensive review of current technologies and applications. Here it was what? Review of generative AI, tools, techniques and applications. So even if I'm running it again, it is changing. The whole thing is changing. You will not get the same output if you run it the second time or the third time. Every time the output changes, right? So this is the beauty of Cite. You can see which you find better. You can start. Otherwise, you can just select rerun option and it will run for you. Fine. Next, what you have is the SciSpace. This site, I'm not speaking much about it because it is very user friendly. When you work on it, you'll find it like it's worth working on it. Next, what you have is the SciSpace. Now, how does it helps you? Again, report, literature review or research question. Fine. So search papers, literature review, draft, diagrams, and even the presentations of your research work. So what it is telling, give me any task to work on. Fine. So what I'm giving, I've given the task as role of machine learning in natural language processing, because I'm from computer science background, so I've written the topics related to my work here. So how machine learning can help in natural language processing. Fine. Once I click on this, it will ask me to log in. As I said, you can continue with Google. Fine. So once you log in, role of machine learning, it will start working. It also shows you, it shows the activity going on, from where it is searching and what it is searching. See the paper, what it is searching with, what is the abstract of that paper, and right now on what place it is. Fine. So neural network methods for natural language processing. This has 2017, it is published. There are 2,244 citations. He is the author. It is open access journal. Similarly, again, the same thing, neural network methods for natural language processing, right? How many citations? 48. Author is same, right? So as it is going on, it is showing me all the details. Fine. So this is the same paper, right? First time it was here, now it is here. As it is progressing, it shows. Okay, and the search, I will search for papers on the role of machine learning NLP across multiple databases. So search SciSpace, full text, Google Scholar, ARXIB, right? You all are getting it, how it is working. So total 20 papers it is going through. It is showing me the live activity, how it is working. Is it fine? So this is something called explainable AI, where you are finding out, you know from where the data is coming and what is coming. Right, you are aware of it. So now once it is over, it is saying the evolution of machine learning and NLP. It is talking about the things, key machine learning techniques. Everything is generated. Citations are also given. Fine. 1, 2, 2, 3. Then here the citation is 4. Then I want it to write a review paper on role of machine learning in NLP. Fine. So a role of machine learning in natural processing, a comprehensive review, executive summary. I've got the table of contents. Everything is generated, right? I've not done anything. I've just given the prompt. Fine. Introduction is there. Historical evaluation. There is nothing but a literature review. Comparative analysis. Everything is this part of the paper what I'm showing you all, which is generated by this SciSpace. The references are also given, right? You look at the references. This is IEEE format what is used. The whole paper is ready. Now the paper is ready. You can download it, you can copy it, or you can also save it to the notebook. Is it fine? I just give a title to the SciSpace. The whole research paper is ready, along with showing me from where the text is taken. Now, can I create a poster? As I said, research paper is ready now. But if I am going to a conference and all, I need to create a poster. So for that, what I'm saying, create a higher resolution scientific poster for the review of role of machine learning in NLP. Now, review of role of machine learning NLP, the paper is ready, right? Now I want to create a poster. Fine. See, when it is creating a poster, also it is saying I'll conduct a comprehensive search for the recent machine learning and NLP posters from 2024 to 25 with PDFs available. It is searching where all it is searching, from where it is searching, everything is given in the detail. Fine. Now, it is, I have not shown you all purposely, because see, I have found, downloaded, everything is, you can just read it. Now convert it to poster, and the poster will be reading. It will take 4 to 5 minutes, because there is a vast amount of data available on internet. It has to collect all the data, summarize, comprise, and then speak about it. And you can also see how it is working, the code from where it is taking and what it is taking. Everything is very clear. Another tool, okay, SciSpace is clear, site is clear. Now we're talking about PaperPal. As I said, it is a very good tool. Fine. Again, here we are not talking about paperpal.ai. We are talking about paperpal.com. Fine. But it is an AI academic writing tool. So these are the things what you can carry out. Even the important is what plagiarism check also is possible. Okay, when I open it, I get like this. Welcome on board. Here are the list of things you can try with paper pulse. So what I can try, I can rewrite the text, I can check the plagiarism, I can chat with PDF, I can ask a research question, I can carry out AI review, and also I can write with AI, right? So what it is saying, write a sample text here, otherwise import a document. So let us write a sample text here. So I have selected rewrite option, and what I have typed here, phishing and smishing are types of cybercrime to steal personal information of a person, and this personal information is used for financial gains by the cyber attackers. Now, phishing is nothing but what we get in the mail. The link smishing is our SMS. If you look at it very carefully, there is a spelling mistake purposely made, right? Why? Because we'll show you all how the spellings can be corrected. Is it fine? Just remember this, there are spelling mistakes in this. Fine, I've written it, now I want it to rewrite it. So when I say rewrite the text, it is written it. Now what I'm selecting paraphrase. Where is paraphrase here? The first rewrite, under rewrite, the very first thing is paraphrase. Now what is paraphrase? Paraphrase is writing the paragraph again without changing the meaning. The meaning will remain same, but you will be writing it in a different way. Fine. So look at it, phishing and smishing are types of cybercrime and all. See here what it is doing now. Phishing and smishing are types of cybercrimes, edit, same thing it is. Exploit financial profit. But here what you can observe, the spelling is automatically corrected. Look at it, the spelling is wrong. But when I say paraphrase, when it is creating it, it will automatically correct the spelling. Fine. And you read everything, meaning is same, financial profit, exploit for financial profit. Here it is what? Financial gains by the cyber attackers. The whole thing is written only in a different way. Rest everything is same. Fine. This is nothing but paraphrase. Fine. And then I retry it again. So again, when I retry it, again it is creating like this. This is the first time I click on retry. So again it is right. Phishing and smishing are types. Achieve, now what it is saying, achieve financial benefits. Previously it was financial profits. Originally it was financial gain. So you look at it, the meaning is not changing. The whole paragraph, only the way it is rewritten without changing the meaning. So that is nothing but rewrite, and under rewrite we had selected paraphrase. Fine. Now another option what we had was improve fluency. So here phishing and smishing are types of, right? This is my original message. If you look at it, spelling mistake means its original message what I type. Now what I want to improve its fluency. I click on generate, and this is what I get. Phishing and smishing, again the spelling is automatically corrected. Are forms of cybercrime aimed at stealing an individual's personal information, which cyber attackers then exploit for financial gain. Fine, this is improving the fluency of the paragraph. Again, what I select, like now make it academic. Now this was original, right? Spelling mistake. So this is original. I improved its fluency, and now what I want to make it academic. So look at the language now. Individuals' personal information, which is subsequently exploited by the cyber attackers for financial gain. Fine. Now I want to check the plagiarism. So if I want to check a plagiarism, anything of my paper, research paper or anything, I can check plagiarism for this document. So for this document, I need to first upload the document, right? Plagiarism check also can be carried out. I'm not uploaded any paper here to check, but just to show you this option is also available. Upload the new document and then click on check plagiarism. Fine. Next option what you have is the research and cite. So here I'm looking at ask a question. Frame a query as a question. So really you need to write a question. You're just not supposed to write the keywords. Fine. The examples also they're given. Try examples. How can countries collaborate to combat antibiotic resistance on a global scale? Or what are the challenges and opportunities in autonomous systems and robotics? Fine. So here I have written a question as which transformers are used in natural language processing. This is again a part of computer science. So just look, you can type your question, right, depending on your domain. Right? So I've asked the question now. Now what it is doing? Which transformers are used? Now it is creating a response. It is giving me the answers for the question. It is generating answer for the question. Now how many papers it has selected? Top 7 papers. Out of those 7 papers, only 3 papers are related. Fine. So natural language processing with transformer a review. This is one paper. Another paper is adapting GPT and all. Fine. So these are the open access and it's a journal article. Everything is given in detail from where the data is taken. Fine. And it is created a answer for me. Now, another option what I have is write with AI. So AI will write it for me. Fine. Now, it is asking me how would you like to continue writing because I already written this. Right. So keep writing, explain this, expand on this, selected text, AI content would always be reviewed. So what it is saying, remember the very important statement, AI content which is generated should always be reviewed. So the person has to read. The manual reading is a must, even if it is created using any AI. Fine. So if you look at it, this much was written, right? Now what I'm telling it to keep writing. So it is adding. Right? Would you like us to expanding this section with examples and creation of strategies? If I say insert, it will insert, otherwise it will not. Fine. Write the next 3 sentences based on the context of the below input text. Only give the required output. Do not give any opening, preamble, statement or filler text. Fine. Language check. See the red lines. The mistakes, spelling mistakes are there everywhere. This is a grammar mistake. Fine. So now what I do is I see it shows me also what is correct and what is wrong. The green one is what it is right. The red one is there's a spelling mistake. Fine. The spelling mistake, what is the correct spelling it is showing me. Was missing also what I had written was wrong. This is the correct spelling. Fine. And here what I had done, cyber space crime I had made. So it should be a single word. Cyber crime, right? That steal personal information which is used for financial gain by the cyber attacker. See, the whole sentence is corrected automatically. Also showing me what is wrong and what is cut there. Fine. I can accept them all or I can reject it and keep it as it is. When I say accept all, everything will be changed as per the suggestions given by this tool. Fine. Now, another tool what you have, the paper profile was excellent. I'll recommend all of you to work on it. Whether you use it or no, just play with it. Fine. Then also you elicit it is for scientific research, right? Especially for a science related to science people. Right? So again here I've written how to calculate. So once you click on this is again not AI, it is saying elicit.com. Fine. Now, if you look at it, I've logged in here. Without login, you will not get anything. The very first thing it will ask you to log in. Now, so it has many things. Now, I'm asking the question, how to calculate accuracy of transformer model in NLP, that is natural language processing. Once I click on this arrow, fine, I can find research papers or I can give the research papers, what they should use for this. Now it is generating the output. How to calculate? The question asked and it is generating the answer. To generate the answer again, the same thing, which all papers it is upgrading, it is referring. Fine. Which all papers are referred by this tool and what is taken from there. You can just see it. So what it is showing, sort the most relevant one. The one which are more relevant are sorted and they are taken to and prepare the answer. Right? Now the answer is what? The provided source do not contain explicit formulas or methodologies for calculating accuracy in transformer models. They only report accuracy as performance metrics. So why did I take this question is to tell you all it's not necessary for each and every question you get the answer. Some answers are not available, right? So you might get, but then you give you like this also, some support, right? Which is not accurate, but it is related, which you can So if you look at it, however, the sources provided no mathematical formula, calculation steps, or detailed methodology for computing accuracy itself. So to obtain this information, you would need to consult machine learning textbooks or technical documentation on evaluation metrics. It also tells you, right? It's such a beautiful thing. Fine. Now, I hope the tools are correct or understandable, whatever we spoke about it. Fine.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
this is, I put it in red mark, then I call it as key takeaway. No single tool does everything. You need to explore number of tools, take the data from different tools, combine it, and then come up with the solution. So successful PhD researchers often combine several tools for different stages. This is for you all to read. I'm sure you will understand this cartoon, what the lady is telling. Have you figured out how AI will impact our business, right? And the person is saying working on it. So how AI will impact, you are using AI only to find out how it will impact itself, right? So there is no input given by the human beings. This is really great for you all to read. So it is searching about a mushroom, whether it is poisonous. So you get an answer, it is not poisonous. So it eats and he dies. So what it is saying, what is important, just read it. AI is a powerful tool, but use it with caution. Investigate and verify. Why? Because as an AI is trained by humans. We are the one who is taught AI, right? So be careful. That's why I said don't rely on it. Manual intervention is a must whenever you're working with any tool. Fine. So thank you. I hope I could give you some insight about the AI tools, which you can use it as an assistant. Remember, as an assistant for the research, not to replace your original thinking. Fine. Any questions?
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, the forum is open for discussion, queries or question answer session. If you have any queries or the question, you can directly ask to Professor Oja, ma'am.
I
Please.
usually don't teach for a longer time because as a student, even I cannot sit and listen. So I try to keep it as short as possible and try to have some interaction. So that will be great. No issue. Please go ahead. Anyone.
People.com. Can I ask?
Yes, sir. Please.
Satturwar, sir, I think there is some issue with your internet connection or the bandwidth.
Spelling check. Spelling check. Spell check.
You can put your video off, sir, and then you can ask, I think. You can
Okay,
put your video off.
Okay. Ma'am, for people, I want to ask, we can check language or
Yes.
check grammatical check.
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
we,
sir.
rather than English, Hindi or Marathi or either other languages, can we?
No, sir. It is right now the tools what I told you all will work with English only. For Hindi, Marathi, and any other language, we need to work on it. We Indians need to work on it and come up with the solution. And I think lots of work is going on now. We already have Marathi corpus, which is whose range of Marathi words and all collection is there. So work is going on. So we are also working, like I think at Jalgaon University itself, people are working with Marathi compiler. So they understand the language and they work on it. Work is going on, sir. Even in CDEC, lots of work is going because now when you're looking at the translators and all, Google Translator, it converts to any language. So similarly, in India also many companies are working on it. Institutes are also working on this.
Hello, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. One project is there, AI Bharat, that will be launched by the IIT Kharagpur.
Yes, yes.
Actually, what they are doing, whatever maybe this large language model, they are
Yes.
trying to compile all the languages model with this English language and particular how the chatbots will train accordingly in the regional languages. So that project is ongoing. Before couple of days, I think in the month of February or March, they have visited to our university. So
Oh, great.
hope
Ah.
so that issue will be resolved within couple of days. IIT Kharagpur will be working on that.
Great, sir, great.
Hello, ma'am. Myself, Dr. Surendra Singh. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Sir, please.
Ma'am, as you suggest, a tool for review AI.
Yes, sir, I've given you the list.
Review
Report.
AI.
हाँ, to review. अच्छा, to review AI मतलब आपको that tool is also there, sir. The tool what
Yeah.
we are using.
My question is that, ma'am, is it ethical to check these review article by these AI tools?
Yes, sir. You can check it, but again, whatever output you get it, you need to work on it again.
No, ma'am. I just say, as I am a reviewer in elsewhere in several journals. So can I put whole paper in this AI tools?
No, I'll tell you another drawback. I'll tell you of this. Whenever
Yes.
you put anything, the whole paper on the internet, it can be
Yes.
shown to everyone. And if someone is used it, your own paper will come back as a plagiarism.
Okay.
Someone can steal it and
So
if
how to we use correctly?
just take part of it. Don't give
Okay.
the whole paper. Don't give the whole
Yeah.
paper.
So
Another
that's why
thing
I
I'll
am
tell you
asking.
relating to plagiarism check also. If the tool is not paid, if it is paid, it is safe, huh, sir? If it is paid, it
Yes.
is safe.
Yes.
If
Okay.
it is free, be cautious before you upload your whole paper.
Okay.
Because
Thank you,
then
ma'am.
it is freely available, it is in the database of the Google or anywhere, and anyone can access it and make it their own.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, one question. Like you have discussed about various tools for doing literature review, etc.
Yes.
Now I have one query. Like, do we have any exclusive AI tool wherein we can discuss about research design?
Exclusive as such, sir, no. But most of them do allow you to do the analysis and all. And planning is there. For
Not-
research planning, you have tools, sir. I've given the slide also.
Not the analysis part, ma'am. Only the research design. For example, if I have an idea in mind, I've done proper literature review. Now I have identified some methodological gap. Then mostly those methodology I do not want to follow. Maybe a new methodology I want to bring in. So I have a methodology in mind. Then I want to explore how I will go about it. So for that, do we have any AI support?
Then again, it will be like those tools what I showed you just now, no, sir. Not for design, but that query what you have in your mind. So that question can be asked and it can tell you how you can go ahead. So that way you can get at least some support, not 100%, but some support, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
If ma'am, can I ask one more query?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Now, for example, let us assume I typed something on my own. Then,
Yes.
if I uploaded it to some AI score generation software, it will still show it as AI generated. Now, why is that happens and how to avoid it?
The thing is, when you add anything online, sir, it gets added to the database.
Okay.
Even for the plagiarism tool also, how the plagiarism tool works in our universities and all. We give our thesis for plagiarism check. It checks and it deletes it from the database. Because if it keeps in the database, so next time again, when I want to recheck my thesis, it will tell me 100% plagiarism. So that deletion should happen. That we do not know. There's no guarantee whether they delete or they keep it as it is.
Not plagiarism, ma'am. AI score.
The AI score
AI
also.
generated also.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because once it gets added to the data set. That is why, sir, these tools we need to use only if there's a paid version, it's an authenticate version. Many free are available, but better to stay away from it if it is really good research what we want to publish. If it is okay, just I want to have some knowledge, then it's fine, sir. No issue in searching and working on it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Actually, Avinash sir, some models are there like as this Olama AI. It is some resource hungry models that you can install on your desktop also. So in that case, the data security was definitely there and your data will not be on this AI server. So you can utilize all that particular tool also that will be installed on your desktop.
What is it, sir? What's the name?
Olama AI. It's
Olama.
Olama AI. and it will be act as a agentic AI. Yes, anyone else having any questions or the queries? If no more questions, then we can conclude participant.
I think it's done, sir.
So shall we conclude, ma'am? If you could
Yes,
permit.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So on behalf of Malvi Mission Teacher Training Center and Gadge Baba Amravati University and all the learned participants, I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Kavita Ojha, madam, for such a wonderful session. Ma'am, during the span of 90 minutes, you have provided the n number of tools, but rather than tools, you have also provided the comparative understanding of their uses and ethical part also.
Yes.
So whenever we are using this kind of tools, the ethical part must be there, and in the research, academic integrity was already there that has been introduced. So being the researcher, we must use this tool with the ethical practices, and that ma'am has demonstrated here. So we are really thankful to you, ma'am, and whatever may be the tool you have demonstrated here, that will be really useful for us. And one of more important thing, with your consent, if you could permit, shall I disseminate your presentation with the participants so they can
Yes, sir.
get a lot
I'll
of.
share with you.
So with this, I once again extend my sincere thanks to you for your precious time and thought-provoking session here. And with the kind consent of Professor Kavita Ojha, ma'am, I would like to declare that this particular session will be over here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you, participants. We will continue our next session from 1 p.m. So thank you, everyone. I think we should stop here, and instructions for today's MCQ I will be posting on our WhatsApp group, and then we will discuss at 2:30. Okay. So I think we should stop now here and meet 1:30. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, yes.
So good afternoon, friends. I extend my warm welcome, first of all, to our esteemed expert, Professor Harshali Patil, madam, to this UGC-sponsored short-term program on AI education and research, enhancing teaching and knowledge creation. I also extend my warm welcome to our course coordinator, Professor Ambika Jaiswal, ma'am, and all the learned participants, those who have gathered here from across country for this short-term program. Friends, in the first part, today's session, we have almost completed almost all the research tools. And now we are moving with the another part of today's session that is very much important because the today's session, morning session, have been reserved for the research, and another session, that is this session, was reserved for particularly the teaching tools that will be really essential in our everyday classroom teaching. So we will going to talk. We will going to discuss and talk and demonstrate these tools with the help of one of our renowned and scholarly and the senior expert in this field of higher education, particularly the computer science and engineering, Professor Harshali Patil, ma'am. Ma'am, I extend my warm welcome on behalf of all the esteemed gathering. Professor Harshali Patil, ma'am, is an accomplished academician, researcher, and author with over 2.5 decades of teaching, research, and administrative experience in this field of computer science and information technology. She holds the PhD in computer science from the University of Mumbai with the specialization in the game theoretic approaches for the resource provisionalizing in the next generation network. She has also qualified the UGC NET in 2005 and earned the diploma on the cyber law. Currently, she is serving as associate professor at the Somaiya School of Basic and Applied Sciences, Somaiya Vidyavihar University, situated in the Mumbai. Previously, she has served as a faculty member at MIT Institute of Computer Science, RJ College, Ghatkopar. She has also contributed as a visiting faculty at SNDT University, Mumbai, at the Department of Computer Science and the JDB Institute of Management Studies. Her administrative contribution includes serving as an academic course coordinator at Mumbai University as an IT officer, placement support facilitator, convocation and orientation organizer, and coordinator for the culture and the technical festival. Professor Patil ma'am has an impressive research and publication records with 25 international journal papers, 27 international conference papers, and the 10 conferences paper. She has received multiple accolades, including the Best Paper Award at ICINC in 2018 at Pune, ICADMI in 2023 at DIAT Pune, IDSSS 2024 Chitkara University, 7th International Conference organized by the Sterling Institute of Management Studies Mumbai, and IEEE in 2025 in the first International Conference on the Data Science and Intelligent Network Computing held at the NIT Raipur. She also, with her team, won a third prize in the Global Health Tech Case Writing Competition organized by the University of Manchingen. She has also 3 granted design patent from the Patent Office of the Government of India. Additionally, she holds the copyright, one copyright. She is recognized for her reviewing and the academic excellence. She has served as a reviewer and the session chair for the IEEE and the national conferences, and has been successfully and has been repeatedly awarded academic Excellence Award, MET Pradnavanta and MET Bhushan for her generous contribution. She is also the recipient of the Best Citizen Award in 2013. As an author, Professor Patil ma'am has published 5 different books in Marathi. She was also designed the curriculum material for the post-graduation studies and contributed actively to the syllabus revision at the Mumbai University and the Somaiya University. She is frequently invited as a resource person, guest speaker, and the trainer at the various national and the international forum, delivering the session on the artificial intelligence, soft computing, image processing, operating systems, cyber security, and many more. She has conducted the faculty development programs, corporate training for the CDSL and the Microsoft Copilot, and refresher courses under the UGC and the this MMTTC initiative. Her career is marked by the unique blend of teaching excellence, research innovation, leadership in the academic administration, authorship, and the community services. Through her achievement, publication, and active involvement in the curriculum design, Professor Patil Madam has made a significant contribution to the higher education, technology advancement, and the academic development. So friends, this is the brief introduction with regards to Professor Patil Ma'am. Today she will going to talk about the different tools that will be really essential for our everyday classroom teaching. So without taking too much time, ma'am, I once again extend my warm welcome on behalf of all these team gathering and request you to please start with the session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for this introduction. And thank you so much for this opportunity provided to me. I'm sharing my screen. I just want to know whether my screen is visible or not. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going full screen, so I won't be able to see now messages. But before proceeding, I would like to know that you all are from which field. Can you please write your field, your specialization quickly in the chat? Yeah, may I request to please write your specialization in the chat? Okay. So economics, English, commerce, and library science. So physics, okay, fiction, ELT. So we have a diverse group which has been present here. So today I'm going to discuss about smart teaching with AI. Now, when we are working with AI technologies, actually AI is a buzzword these days, and everyone is using AI. Even our day-to-day life, we are also using AI technology. So to begin with this session, I would like to start with a short quote. The quote is, "The joy of creating something from nothing."
Sorry to interrupt. Sound is repeating here.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hope I'm audible, clearly audible.
Ma'am, you are clearly audible. I think participant, one of you has joined by the two devices. So you can just mute one device completely. So it cannot be create the echo here.
Okay.
Ma'am, you can please continue.
Okay, fine. So the quote which I would like to start with, "The joy of creating something from nothing will never go away. AI will simply become a part of the creation process, just like a spell check and the calculator did." What rightly this quote says that when we work with AI, actually, as nowadays, when we are using AI, we are like using it as like when we type something and automatically the spelling corrections are happening. We don't even realize that there is something which is working in the background and it has corrected the mistakes. Similarly, how we are using calculator, exactly like that nowadays we are using AI. So AI has taken a major portion of our life, and that's why using AI is the most important factor in today's day. So when we think about AI is basically artificial intelligence, and if we look at the journey of AI, it starts from the narrow intelligence to general intelligence and then to super intelligence. Narrow intelligence usually deal with when you want to perform any specific task, then there is a narrow intelligence. The tool which we are going to discuss actually falls under this narrow intelligence. Narrow intelligence, as it is about a task specific scenario, I would give some example as like, for example, if it is a self-driving car where you are sitting in a car, they are driverless cars, so naturally you are going to provide destination, the path, with the map the path will be selected, it identifies the obstacle and it reaches to the destination. So here the model which has been designed, or even the driverless car which has been designed, that car has been designed for a specific task, that it needs to move, it needs to travel from one place to another place without any accident. That way the things which has been implemented. Exactly like this, when we think about using a mobile camera, if there is a dark I would say area, and in that we are clicking a picture, automatically the mobile light LED switches on. So in this case, it is going to detect what is a uh, lighting condition, and based on the lighting condition, it takes auto decisions. Unless and until it identifies it, detects the faces clearly, it identifies it, and then one can go ahead with clicking the photograph. So this way we are getting a help, and here in the background AI is working. Again, everything is task specific. I want to click a picture, good picture, so basically mobile phones are having this AI implemented into it, which is related with this picture clicking task. So when we are working with these, we are referring it as a task specific scenario. Even the humanoids which has been developed, those have been developed very task specific thing. Now when we work with general intelligence is as like they can behave as like a human being across all the tasks. So for example, if I would say that human intelligence is like, we are taking day to day life decisions, small decisions, everything, every small activities which we are doing, and in case there is a decision making comes, in case there is any reasoning comes, everything we are following. Same thing we are dealing with this general intelligence as well. Nowadays when we are working with this artificial general intelligence, actually there are no such systems which are available which completely having general intelligence, or which is completely having a human like processing capability, or I would say actually human like reasoning ability which has been there. The way human being takes a decision, exactly like that the machine will be able to identify, will process. That may not, that is still not possible. The work is going on. We are still at this narrow intelligence, we are moving from narrow to the general intelligence. And the further thing which is dealing with artificial super intelligence, super intelligence has basically been referred in terms of smarter than humans. So naturally in this scenario we can think that what would be the optimum decision, what would be the best decision, that can be identified. So in that scenario, computer has been trained in such a way that the machines has been trained in such a way that at any critical conditions they will be able to take decision, where human abilities also fail, that time also it has been able to take the decision. That's how we can refer in terms of a supercomputer, which is actually still far to reach to that point. So when it is about AI, we are having task specific implementation which has been going on, which has been more popular, and which has been further moving towards the general intelligence scenario. So to start with this, I will start with the first website where you will find almost all tools, and those tools are you can identify there is an AI for that. So I request all of you that you can please proceed with this. There is an AI. I'm pasting this in the chat so that you can get an access of it. So once you click on this, there is an area for that. Here you will find a search box. So in case you are looking for specific categories of tools, like for example, generate image. If I just click on this generate image, I can get the various information related to generate image. You will find here multiple things like, look at this list, we will be getting about the generating image. You will find here tasks, you will find here prompts, you will find here. So there are multiple ways how we can go ahead and use these various AI tools. So for example, if I'm just clicking on this tool parts, I'll be getting a list of tools which are available over here. In case you are looking for a specific tool which is associated with productivity, so you search for productivity tool and you will get the productivity tools to be identified. So for example, here I'm entering productivity. So once I'm searching for this productivity, I'm getting the productivity page. I'm getting information about it. There are various alternatives which has been provided for it. Look at these. These are the multiple tools which have been available. You will find a review also for that, and you will find with how many people have liked it and so on. So this way, this is a site where you will find almost for everything there is something or other which has been existing, and that's why we are referring that there is an AI for that. So this is one of the site which at any point of time, if you are interested to explore, you can go ahead with it. So moving ahead with actual a specific tool which we are going to discuss is the very first tool we are going to start with. Some of these tools which I have listed here are used for teaching purpose, which is EduAid, Notebook LM, Postbox, Defeat, Formative, and Background. These are the various tools which we are using mostly for the teaching purposes. So first tool, we are going to start with EduAid AI. So let me just proceed with this EduAid. So I'm moving ahead with, I hope my screen is visible to everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So EduAid, I'm searching for EduAid AI at a Google search. Is my screen visible? EduAid AI, where I have searched for. Okay, I just need a quick confirmation. I'm pasting this link so that you can try this link. The first tool which we are going to discuss, EduAid AI. Okay, so starting with this EduAid AI, when you click on this, you will find initial page where you have to start where we can get option for free access. So if you want to free access, you just have to click on get started free. Right now we'll be using a free access. So once you click on that, you will be getting the screen, which is a dashboard of EduAid. Okay, at this point, everyone is with me. Hope you are able to see the dashboard.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So in this dashboard, we can see that you will find lesson planning, worksheets, educational games, graphic organizer, and assessment. So almost all things which are required for teaching purpose, everything is available over here. So let's start with the very first part, which is dealing with lesson planning. So when we want to proceed with this lesson planning, there is high quality of instructional material or lesson plan which has been created with this type of tool. Majorly, when this tool was developed, that was developed for the K-12 students, but this tool is also having a facility that one can use it for the college boards. So for example, I want to start with the lesson plan creation. There are multiple lesson plans which has been shown here. I'll use 5 lesson plan. let's see how we are getting this 5E lesson plan, the second option. So once I click on this 5E lesson plan, I need to define the
Ma'am?
learning objective. So
Ma-
yeah, yes, yes.
Your PPT is shared, ma'am, not the screen we can see
Okay,
now.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Fine, fine. Thank you so much for this feedback. I'll just quickly share that. I was wondering whether it is visible or not. Give me a minute. Now, please check. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the dashboard visible now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So I start with this. We are starting with the lesson planning first. So I'm
Yes.
clicking lesson planning. Once you click on lesson planning, you will find that there are multiple ways you can create a lesson plan. Now for that, right now I'm just starting with the option as 5E lesson plan. So once I click on this 5E lesson plan, I need to specify the learning objective. For what purpose we are designing this lesson plan. So for example, I want to define learn photosynthesis process. Okay, and what topic I'm just going to enter? Photosynthesis. This way I'm just entering the topic, and for which level you are creating it. So we are creating it for college level students, so we are just selecting this college level students reading level. Okay, so this way I have defined the objective, I have defined the main topic idea, and then okay, right now it's asking me for upgradation because I have tried the, I think I have use all these options for this. So let me just switch to another account. Give me a minute. We can have 14 different plans assessment which can be created with this edued, which is free of cost. So I'm moving with another account. Initially, if you are trying it for the first time, you will get the policy which they have defined. So we just have to agree and you have to continue with it. So moving ahead with this lesson planning part, 5E lesson plan. And I'm just specifying learn and just providing the level. Once we define this, we are getting here generate option. Once I click on this generate, it started preparing a lesson plan. And as it says that it is 5E learning sequence of photosynthesis, what exactly it is going to cover into this 5E lesson plan. First phase, it is going to start with engage. So how we can go ahead with the engage? Engaging of this particular session can be defined as pacing with one session where 60 minutes, what can be done. So connection to the anchoring phenomena, student tasks, what students can do, what teachers can do, what material can be used, all these things which has been defined for the phase 1. Then for the phase 2, explore, second phase which has been defined, along with that the third phase which is explain, the next phase which is dealing with elaboration, and the fifth phase is dealing with evaluate. So this way it has given for one topic what would be the lesson plan. Along with this topic, it has also generated what can be the assessment rubrics for this particular topic. So once you are using your area, your subject specific topic, you will get to know that how actually this is very useful when you want to plan any of your session. Along with this, it will also give you the model revision tracker. And this way, we have got a 5E lesson plan, which is a 5 phases, which deals with, initially it starts with engaging. Then along with that, it is going to proceed with this exploration. Along with it is going to proceed with the explanation of the topic, elaboration on the topic, and finally the evaluation of the topic. Once this has been generated, if any point of time you want to save this, so you can have an option available, export. Export either you can do with copy to clipboard and then you can save into some file, or you have option available as you can export it to PDF. So once I click on export to PDF, a PDF has been saved into my system. So it is taking little time. The PDF has been generated. Okay, the PDF has been downloaded into my machine. Look at this. So this way, the entire plan, the lesson plan, you can easily download. At any point of time, if you need that, instead of a PDF, you want a Word document to be generated, you can go ahead with the Word document and you will get a editable, I mean, you will get a plan, the lesson plan, where if in case you want to modify something, you can go ahead, you can modify it, and you can use this lesson plan for implementation. Moving ahead with the next part which has been available into export is, if in case you want to connect this with your Google Drive account and you want to save there, then you can go ahead with this connecting to Google Drive. You need to specify your Google Drive and you can save that information. So here we have options available that we can create a lesson plan and we can connect with the drive. Now, like this 5A lesson plan, there are many other options which has been available where we can generate a lesson plan. In case you want to generate a project-based learning lesson plan. So for example, I'm just selecting this project-based learning lesson plan and I'm defining here a topic as, now I'll just select linear regression, for example, study of linear regression. So I'm specifying a topic, linear regression and types. Once I have defined it, I'm selecting the level of it. Same scenario, we just have to define what topic, what is the objective topic. In case any subtopics are there, you can list that as well. If you want to elaborate it about the main idea, yes, you can go ahead with the elaboration and proceed with generating. And once you proceed with generating, you will find a new lesson plan which has been generated, project-based learning plan for linear regression study. And at any point of time, if you want to include into your lesson plan some project-based activities, then this lesson plan will be very useful. So this way we can have a project-based lesson plan where you will find the project timeline, like you are dividing a project into phases. First phase, how many days has been allotted, second phase research and skill building, third phase creation, all these things which has been defined as a project based learning scenario. Same options available, you can go ahead with exporting, you can go ahead with saving it into a document. So this way one can easily create different types of lesson plan in a simple manner. Like you have to provide objective, you have to give a main idea. If in case there is little details about it, you can provide that details in the main idea, and then select a level and you can go ahead with generating a plan. There are many options. You can try this later on, all these options one by one, lesson plan creation. Now moving ahead with the next part which is there is worksheet creation. So once I click on worksheet, worksheets are basically used for providing the details about the topic which you are going to cover. So for example, if I'm selecting a extension worksheet, so I'm teaching some topic and for that I'm going to proceed with the extension worksheet. So let me specify the study of linear regression I'm providing here, and I'm defining here topic as linear regression in finance domain. Okay, so this way I have specified a topic And now I'm going to define it for the college level students, and let me get a worksheet generated for it. So in this scenario, what it is generating a extension worksheet. Linear regression topic has been taught, and now we are working on linear regression in finance. So what would be the worksheet is going to cover? So it is going to cover some additional activities like some multiple choice questions which has been asked into this worksheet, matching terms. So what is mean by dependent variable, what is independent variable? These are the topics relevant to linear regression. So these topic, their definitions and the answers also been provided, the definition options which has been given. So actually you are supposed to identify dependent variable is what. So students are supposed to, once you create this worksheet, you can share it with the students into your classroom, and then they can easily evaluate it. So they will be getting like what term is been called as what, like that one can identify. Simple questions based on true false kind of thing, scenario based questions. You can give a scenario and you can ask them to write information about it. And then there is a implementation guideline when a teacher is using this worksheet, extension worksheet in the class. So how teacher can go ahead with this worksheet? So there is a implementation guide also been provided for a teacher, like how a teacher can plan this activity. Again, as this is a worksheet we are creating, we can have a download of this worksheet in the form of PDF. If you want any editable things to be done, you can go ahead with Word and you can modify something if in case you want to go with that. So let me just get a PDF of it, and I'm able to share now the available worksheet with students. So once the class is done, within a minute you can share, if you are using Google Classroom or if you are using any other options like Microsoft Teams or maybe some other ways where you have created groups and you are sharing maybe on the WhatsApp. So you can share them these worksheets and you can ask them to submit in the next session. Like that, one can go ahead with quick solution. Even in the class, you can share and they can quickly identify the answers for this. So this way, one can take help of evaluation part, which is related with the worksheet generation. Same way, there are different types of worksheets which has been available. Handwritten practice worksheets are there. Short answer means when you're creating a short answer worksheet, you will be getting a short answer questions which has been asked. So like I'm just specifying study of regression, and here I'm giving linear regression, and I'm just specifying the college level category. You can provide details so that you will get very specific things generated. Right now, I'm just to demonstrate, I'm showing a generic representation. So study of linear regression, what it is covering a short answer. So it says describe what linear regression is, and then what are the purpose. Section 2 also, there are a few questions, and then how we can implement this guide. That also been provided. So this way, one can go ahead with this worksheet creation. Simple way, one can create, nothing is required, just half a minute, 30 seconds, you just enter the information and you get the worksheet prepared. This worksheet student can submit further. Then there is graphic organizer. This graphic organizer is basically used for building a concept map, mind map, or recollecting some information which is taught in the session. So there may be Frere model, there may be different ways we can go ahead with. Simple scenario usually we use is the mind map techniques, like we ask students to recollect what we have learned in the session. So for example, if I just specify the learning objective is to recollect or understand, so I'll just specify understand machine learning concepts. Okay, and then I'm specifying machine learning and types of it. So whatever topic which you are choosing, you just have to define that topic, select a level, very simple interface. You just have to select a topic, level you have to define, give a detail about the idea, and then go ahead. And once you proceed with this mind map, you will get the machine learning mind map where here you will find name. You can share it with the students. Students will write their name, date on which they are submitting, and then they can recollect related to this machine learning, related to the concept what is been taught in the class, because all these terminologies will be used when you are teaching machine learning and types of it. So what they recollect about algorithms, about neural networks, about unsupervised, supervised, everything they'll be able to draw. And that's how we can go ahead with this mind map concept, at asking them to write down the terminologies, write down the concept which they have learned relevant to these things or main topics. Moving ahead with the next graphic organizer is concept map. If you want to generate any concept map, you can go ahead with designing it. Understand regression, for example, regression and causation. Again, I'm going to proceed with it and look at the concept map, what I'm getting in this concept. So there is a conceptual understanding about the topic. This can be shared with the students. They will identify the supporting terminologies and then they will proceed with writing those in relevant information. So regression analysis leads to correlation. Regression analysis depends on causation, and regression analysis contributes to predictive modeling. So what they understand related to correlation, causation, predictive modeling, that they will be able to map with it. And this way, one can go ahead with this concept map. One of the advantage of this concept map over the mind map is here you will find some information which is concept ranking. So there is linear regression, there is non-linear regression. So some of the terminologies which has been provided, which will help the student to recollect, and they'll be able to link, like the way these things are linked, the way they are able to link it with these keywords, these linking words actually. And this way they can be able to build a very good concept map where they will be able to understand the concept and things will be very clear to them. If you share these kind of worksheets with them, if you share these kind of uh, assignment sheets with them, and this can be possible within a few seconds. I mean, you don't have to worry much about creating such worksheets. Just in a short span of time, everything will be ready. You can download it again, same thing available, and you can share it with the students. Till this point, it is fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll proceed further. The next part is educational games. In this educational games, students are usually prefer to enjoy the learning process. So to make it little bit enjoyable, we can have the concept which can be taught in the form of games. So there are many such games available. You can explore these games later. I'll just discuss one of the game, which is bingo style game. So when we think about this bingo style game, this bingo is as like I would say housey game which has been used. That way one can define it. So let me just define what it is. So what concept we are actually going to use for the bingo style game implementation. So here I'll use study of uh, machine learning. You can use your field topic, whichever you want to go ahead with. So I'm specifying study of machine learning, and the topic I'm just going to define is machine learning and its types. Okay, this we are designing for college level students, and then we'll just go ahead with it. And the system, the AI, the APIs which has been used, the models which has been used in the background, the LLM models, with that this game has been ready. If you look at this game, see there is an instruction also been given how to play this game. Now, what has been mentioned, listen carefully when the teacher reads each clue. So, we have been given a clue systems. So, what are the clues? So, this is a teacher call sheet which has been provided. So, in this teacher call sheet, we have been provided the information. What is a call? The call which teacher is going to follow is what type of machine learning involves a training model on label data. So, its answer is supervised learning. So, when we are sharing this sheet, only this much part, because you will be sharing this ticket kind of thing with the student. When it's housey, there is a ticket which everyone is having. Exactly like that. The student is having this checkerboard with them where the terminologies has been written. So when a teacher asks that what type of machine learning involves training model on a label data, so answer for this supervised learning. So wherever a student finds supervised learning, they'll quickly take it. Fine. And then the teacher will proceed with the next question call, where what is the process of improving model accuracy through repeated tested call. So its answer is training. So wherever there is training, students will click on that. So whoever will be able to finish the first line, the diagonal, the second line, 2 lines, first 5. That way you can identify, like that way it can be treated as a game. So this is a bingo style game which can be referred to teach the concept or even recollect things, and students will enjoy this because this has been a game which they are playing in the class. It's not like they are learning. There is a one way activity is happening. It's a two-way interaction which is happening in this scenario. So for us this is also really very good option because we can directly export this into PDF form and we can share this with the students. So once we get the PDF of this, the bingo game, we have this first sheet which we can share with the student. We can take a copy of this, we can share it with multiple students, or we can share it with the group, and then uh, we can have this second sheet which has been available, second page which has been available is teacher call sheet. The further sheet is teacher call sheet. So this way one can implement a very good game. I mean gaming style interpretation of a teaching technology.
Ma'am, one
So
question.
yes.
Will the grid be only 5 to 5 or I can change?
This options, we have edit options available here. So if in case you want to change anything, now the grid part is fixed where you can move ahead with in case like sometimes what may happen that whatever questions which has been asked there, we are not satisfied with that, so we just modify the answers. In case you do not want to give any questions to that particular whatever grid which has been given, you just leave it blank. It's a free grid which can be created. So we have various options available. You can go ahead with those options and you can just change it. In case you want to revise something, you want to modify something, there is a LLM options available. But the problem is these are paid services, so we cannot change at this point. But if you are using their pro version, yes, you can change it any point of time. But as I'm suggesting you people that we are trying it first time, so it's a free version I'm teaching, like free options which I'm showing with you all. So at this stage we are having fixed option, but in case you want to make it smaller one, yes, you can go ahead with leaving things blank. But with pro, yes, it is possible. Moving ahead with the next part is, I mean there are many games you can try, the remaining games. Then next one is assessment. Assessment is also a very important part in our teaching learning process. So we have various options available and there are many templates available for the assessment. So I'm starting with the very first template which is associated with multiple choice quiz. So imagine that we have started with some concept and we want to conduct a quick test and we have not prepared a multiple choice question. So what you can do, you just provide here for what level we are creating it. So we are creating it for college level. Just define the objective that this is for, I'm just giving a machine learning things right now, machine learning, and I'm just specifying its types. And in case there are European school, American school, those are having certain standards which needs to be defined. So those needs to be some norms which has been there, those needs to be followed, but it is not easy for us. So I'm skipping this part right now, and I'm just specifying the learning objective. And here in the step 1, which we have selected for which grade we want to create a multiple choice question. We have specified what is the objective for what topic, basically for what is the objective we want to achieve from it. We want to achieve the machine learning and its types should be understood by the student. So that we have specified. Then once the step 1 is done, we'll proceed with the step 2. What is there in the step 2? Step 2, we find there is assessment building. And right now, if you get this in the assessment building, the section A says that multiple choice question where there are 10 points which have been given and for 10 minutes. So this multiple question students are supposed to complete in 10 minutes. That way it is indicating. Then you will find here a green color line, a bar, then there is yellow color bar and red color. So green color indicating 60, yellow is indicating 30, and red is indicating 10. In short, it is representing this 10 questions, this 10 pointer questions has been there. How this 10 questions have been divided? 60%, which we are going to refer as easy. This green is an indication easy weighted, E, that is easy weighted 60. Moderate one are 30%, and high complexity one are 10%. This at any point of time, if you feel change it, you just click on the, and you will get this left side is multiple choice information. How many questions? 10 questions. In case you want to change it to 5 questions, yes, you can go ahead with 5 questions. For each question, you want to give 2 points. So you just go ahead selecting adding 2 points. That is, you have total 10 points. 5 questions, 10 points, and this way our division is. So we have easy weighted question 60%, we have moderate weighted 30%, high weighted 10%. But you don't think that it should be like this. You feel that there should be more fundamental quiz because this is the beginning, which has been starting of the session. So I'll just start with this fundamental questions and then with the moderate questions. I'm not giving right now some challenging questions to the students. So that's way foundational things which you're going to cover. Once the foundational things has been defined and we have done with this step 2, what exactly we want to go ahead. The step 3 is generation. So it is generating a multiple choice quiz. Once you click on this, you will get 5 multiple choice questions where you will find that some of them are easy, like we have selected easy questions. You will also find their answers being provided, and there are some which are of moderate category. So there is only one which is of moderate category. This way we can export the available quiz also. So this way we can have a multiple choice quiz which created if you feel that some question is not correct or you want to change the question. Yes, you have option edit. You go ahead with these things, change the answer. If you want to change the level of it, you can change that as well. So this way you go ahead with options which have been already options which are available with the multiple choice questions. Moving ahead with the next part. I hope this is fine. I'm not moving too fast. Can I get a feedback? Quick feedback?
It's all right, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So next part is, as like multi-choice, if you want some other types of questions to be added, you can go ahead with multi-selection, you can go ahead with true, false, matching questions, fill in the blanks, short answers question, scenario-based question, multi-part question, and essay type question. So these are the different types of questions which one can build. So for example, right now, the section A is multiple choice question. I want to proceed with the next as an false question. So the second section which has been added is true false. Here there are 30%, 50%, and 20%. I want to change this cognitive demand. Easy, very, I mean lesser one, and I want challenging to be a little more one. So this way I can define the number of questions. In case you want to increase those, you can go with that. So if in case I'm just changing it to 10 questions. So I'm getting 10 questions, true and false. I'm confirming this. So second section we have confirmed. Then I want the next question to be as fill in the blanks, next section. So next sections, fill in the blanks 30, 50, and 20. That's the subdivision. I want a little balanced interpretation. This has been already balanced scenario. So I'm just selecting the same balance scenario questions and I'm confirming it. Then I want fill in the after this I want a short answer kind of questions have to be added. Selected short answers. If in case you want to modify anything, you can go ahead like I would specify easy weighted one and then confirm it. This way, whatever things you want to add into your questions, you can select and then you can go ahead with the updation. Right now, I have exhausted all the credits which has been provided to the free account. So I'm able to create it. But once you proceed with this, you'll be getting the further next step is to go ahead with the creation of this multiple choice quiz to be identified. So you'll get MCQs in that. One section is of MCQ, a complete where there are MCQ questions, there are proof of questions 10, in the blanks 10, and short answer questions 10. So this way one can use it. If I have any previous question sheet generated, I'll just show the history section. there is only quizzes available here. So this is a quiz which has been it looks like, so it has been shown in this way. So this is one of the option which we are getting. So one can go ahead with creating multiple types of assessment. You can use various lesson planning, worksheet, graphic organizer, the help of this SGBAU tool. If you look at history option will give us what all these we have created. Actually, this tool provides you 14 to 16 creations freely. And I think I have exhausted all the credits for that. So getting all these types of various assessment which has been created. Some of them are lesson plan, some of them are the worksheets. In case you want to refer them, you can just use this folder and you can quickly on the folder and you can go through it. In case you want to modify this, you can modify it as well. So this way we are using it for multiple options as like planning, work generation, assessment, designing, most important in designing part, which can be used in the regular classes and just of it. Now moving ahead with the next tool. The next one is background. So I request all of you to please search for quizzes. Earlier name quiz. Quizzes is now having powered into it, and which is what is one background. So once I click this quiz on background, I'm just providing this access to all of you, the link. Okay. So can we go ahead with the next tool now? Okay. Yeah, those who are present, can we get an
Yes,
quick go ahead for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed further.
Yes, ma'am.
So now the tool which we are discussing is Wayground. I'm sure you must have logged in. If you're logging first time, use your account and email ID and just go ahead with the access of it. Now, when you're working with Wayground, again, we are using free access tool. As it is a free, we will have 20 activities which can be possible free. Later on, you can go ahead with upgradation planning. Because nothing is free all the time. Like you have to, I mean, you will get access of these things for certain period of time or for certain activities, and later on you have to upgrade. So right now I have completed out of 20 activities, 3 activities. So how we go ahead with it? Once you publish, the activity has been counted. So once I open a Wayground, I'm getting this kind of screen where there is create, there is search, and there is upload option. So as we are going to proceed with this quiz creation, I'm just clicking on this create option. Okay. Once I click on the create option, I have multiple sub themes which has been listed here. You can create assessment, you can create presentation, video, passage, and flashcard. These are the various options which are available, which we can go ahead. Now we'll proceed with the first part, which is assessment creation. Once I click on assessment, then it gives me this screen where you can upload any document. So for example, you may have notes, your digital notes, and you want to create a quiz. You want to create a multiple choice questions based on the notes which you have prepared. So that you can upload here. So one of the option is you upload your notes either from your device, from your laptop, from your desktop, or from your mobile phone, or you can upload it from your drive. Or in case you want to refer any website link, and you want to refer those content, that link you can paste here. Any YouTube link you want to refer a video, and then you want to, based on that video, you want to generate a quiz, that link also you can paste over here. This is the way how we can go ahead with the generation. Like getting a content. So content can be from your notes. It may be from existing content which is there in the drive, or from any website. Now, when we are creating, we have options available. Three options. Okay, notes, so we have uploaded. But after that, maybe notes or maybe some site we have given. After that, what can be? Second scenario is you may create a quiz with the help of prompt. So just give a prompt and you get a quiz created. Second, you may create with a standard or curriculum. So you're just specifying for this standard, for this curriculum, I want the quiz to be generated. And the third one is from scratch, you can create a quiz. So for example, you want to create your own quiz where you do not want AI to generate it, or anything which is to be generated. You want it very specific, the way you want it, exactly that way the quiz to be generated. So you are just proceeding with starting from scratch. So how the starting from scratch quiz generation is possible? So for that, once I proceed, I am getting this screen where question types has been listed. So there is multiple choice question, there is multi-select, there is true and false, fill in the blank. All these options are available. Wherever you find this sign, this standards on kind of sign, these are the options which are not available in this free version. You need to have a upgraded version for it, and then you can access the further things. But right now, what we are able to access is multiple choice question, for example. So I'll just proceed with multiple choice question. So I'll just define who is Prime Minister so I'm just specifying so correct option we are going to define. Once I have defined the correct option, then I'll proceed with further thing. So I have defined for this question. This is the question which has been there, and there are four options which are there. I'm specifying this is the correct option for it. In case you want to change any points for this question, so for example, you want to keep 2 points for this question, you can go ahead with 2 points. You want to give a time for this question, instead of 30 seconds, you want to give 20 seconds, or you may want to increase the time, you can go ahead with that. So I'm just keeping 20 seconds for this. So I have set the time for this, that once this question flashes, it will wait for 20 seconds that people will answer it. Further, once I define this whole thing, then I'll proceed with saving the question. My question has been saved. Then I'll proceed next question creation. So click on create question. I'm defining next is true and false kind of question. So India is also known as, and I'm specifying the answer for this 1.30 seconds. I'm keeping as it is 1.30 seconds. See the question. Next question I'm going to add. So I'm just specifying here, fill in the blanks. The test was made by which group at Jantar Mantar. So what I expect here, the answer which I expecting here is CJP, the Cockroach Janata Party. So I am expecting the answer as in CJP. So this is actually the blank things will be getting. And this question I am giving 45 seconds to enter the answer for this. I have entered everything in capital. So naturally it is going to take everything into capital. Savings coin question, and then I'm adding one more question. Let me take the one. So I'm asking your question, how is the session? I'm talking about AI tools session. So here we are expecting that people will answer in 1 or 2 words. When you're creating the quiz for the students, will answer into 1 or 2 words. So here I'm giving 1 minute to answer this question, and I'm saving this. There's no point for this question. It's a word which we are going to proceed with this. So we have, for example, we have now 4 questions which we have defined. I'm giving a title to this quiz is demo quiz for STTP. Okay. What is the subject for this? I'm just giving AI literacy, and the grade I'm just specifying as professional development. Language is English, publicly visible. Yes, in case you want any image to be added. So I'll just use some image like quiz image. So let me use this image. I'm saving this image. So in the download section, image I have used. Let me use that image now. So I'm uploading from the device images. And this way I'm specifying the image. I'm saving this, and this way our quiz is ready. Okay. Once this quiz is ready, what is the goal of this quiz? The goal of the quiz is just to review the things. So we can just specify any one goal out of it and save it. Once you save this, the quiz has been created. So in case you want to preview the quiz, you can just preview it by clicking on this preview. So this is the first question, second question, third question. This way I can get the preview of this quiz. Okay. Once quiz is ready, before publishing, because we have 20 activities free, so before publishing, you please go to your entire quiz, anything you want to change, anything you want to add or delete or something like that, or modifications. Once you confirm, then you can go ahead with publish. Once you publish, now this quiz will be available for access. So as we have published it, now we are going to proceed with starting of this quiz. See the preview. Preview, it is asking me in which mode I want to go. So instead of showing a preview, let's go ahead with the quiz process. So let me start the quiz so that we all can go through this quiz, what quiz we have made. So I'm proceeding with the quiz. There are 2 options available. One is student pace. If you select the student pace, what will happen? You will be generating a quiz and you will be giving it to the student as per their free time. They can answer the question. It's like as per their I would say, if they feel to answer the first question now, second question maybe after 10 minutes, that way they can go ahead with the student pace scenario. So it's like they're with own pace they are going to follow. Second one is teacher lead. In case you are conducting a quiz in the class, then you prefer this mode, teacher led mode, where in the class itself you are asking students to do the quiz, and then we can proceed with this execution of the quiz. So we have quiz which has been identified. Let's proceed with joining preview accommodation. As an exhaust. One sec, give me a minute. Moving ahead with start. So you just have to click next, and go ahead with this join my quiz part. I request all of you to either scan this QR code or you can use this join my quiz, this link. So let me share. You can use the link and you can join the quiz. Once you join, I'll get the participant list added over here. I request all to kindly join the quiz. We have options available. Either you can copy this link and you can share. You can share this link in the Google Classroom. There are more options available for Classroom, for Twitter, for Teams, for Canvas. These are the various options which are available. Okay, there are many participants join. Rest all also please join quickly so we can start with the quiz. Okay, right now there are 7 participants. Can I expect more participation? Okay, proceed with this now. So I'm starting the quiz. Once I start the quiz, you will be getting on your screen the question. Okay, a few more joinees. Okay. So I'm starting now the quiz. First question. Quickly answer, look at this timer going on. It's time up. You can see like what is the accuracy of how many have been given. 76% accuracy we are getting for the answer. 13 people have answered it out of 18. And let's proceed now for the question. So we have completed the first question. Now I'll proceed with the next one. Hope all are ready for the second one. Let's go for the second question. See, there are now 19 participants and 13 has given correct answer. So accuracy has now changed to 68%. 72 ka 68 has been done because number of participants are now 90. Let's go for the second one. And here we are getting 81% accuracy for the question. Let's proceed. Move ahead. We are getting here the left hand side. How many cut, how many incorrect, and how many are unattempted. All some descriptive information we are getting here. Moving ahead with next one. Seconds, 11, 10. Quickly answer the question. Oh, time up. So we can see there are 14 people who have answered correctly, 3 are incorrect, and 5 is unattempted. There may be possibility that you might have entered correct, but as we have entered in caps, so there may be a difference which has been present. Okay, moving ahead with the last question. Quickly answer this. time up, and now we have got the word cloud for it. So in this case, you will find the word which is occurring more, that word will be displayed little larger and thicker one. And this way we are getting the word cloud created. Whatever answer you have given, that word cloud which has been created. So this way one can create an interactive quiz with the student. I mean, you can have all 10 questions, which maybe if you're creating 10 question ka quiz, all maybe multiple choice question. You may have option of multi-select option, true and false question, different combinations you can try, and you can ask students to attempt this quiz. So in this case, you can also identify the report of this particular quiz. So if I end this assessment now, see what I'll be getting. Yes, I want to end the session and let's see the scorer. So we have session summary which has been identified, and see the graphical representation. So once you are giving it to the class, you will be able to see the class performance as well. 60%, 82%, 64%, like that. The three questions which has been asked, that has been represented in this way. And here is the overview. If in case you want to display the names of the student, these are the participants and their name. So we can get the names as well. Otherwise, you can hide the names. So this way one can get the uh, number of correct attempts. That way one can hide incorrect attempt and unattempted things. So once we click on this view report, we are getting a complete detailed report of this quiz. So you will be able to see all questions, how many of them have attempted correctly, the tick mark which has been there, which have been attempted wrongly, the cross marks are there, which are unattempted, the gray line which you can see here. So this way one can identify the entire summary report, which you can download, which you can print, which you can share, all these options which have been available. You can share it if in case you have parents email, you can share it with the parents email as well. So this way one can have a quiz which can be interactive way conducted. The report which I have downloaded, this is a quiz which has been asked. This is the participants data which I'm getting. This is the time data, how much time each participant has taken. You can analyze that also, where the students are thinking more, which concept. So you can also identify if there is a question on specific concept, whether they require more time to answer the questions or less time. That way one can identify how is the quiz which has been, or how is the concept understanding for the student. So that way one can easily get the details. So very good way one can create a interactive quiz with the help of Wayground. So once I proceed with the library presentation, you can see here I have already published one quiz right now. So because of that, now my activities are 4 out of 20. So still 16 activities I can go ahead with. So this way you can generate a quiz. Now, in case you want to proceed with creation of this, so I'm just proceeding with the home, creating assessment, and you do not want to go ahead with scratch, but you want to create a prompt based way. So I'm just creating a question, generate 10. If in case you do not want to specify, still we have options available. Generate MCQs on linear regression concepts. Now here, what level you want to define? University level I'm specifying. Depth of the knowledge I'm specifying moderate, level 2. Okay, then I'm specifying number of questions, how many questions you want. Automatically questions to be generated, or you want specific 15 questions to be generated. So I'm selecting 15 questions to be generated, output language English. Let's proceed further. And on linear regression concept, it is going to ask for detail, like refine your prompt, what you want, assumptions of linear regression, types of linear regression. I want to select types of linear regression, evaluation metrics. I want overfitting, underfitting, and applications. These 4 things to be covered into it. So let's proceed with the quiz creation. And it started generating the questions based on what sub-theme selections we have done, and we have asked for 15 questions. in the background, the models, LLMs which are working, those are generating 15 questions. Look at this. These are the 15 questions, each question 1 point. So there are 15 points to be given, and the time it has given as some question, there are 30 seconds. Okay, all questions is been given as 30-second default creation. In case you feel that no, I want to change this, I want to change the time, you can go ahead with edit, and you feel that okay, this question it will take little more time or little less time, so I'll just change it to 10 seconds. So this is going to take little less time. Okay, I want to go ahead with the next one. For example, this question may take little more time, so I'll edit it and I'll change the time to 30 seconds ka 45 seconds. Like that, one can modify, one can go ahead with the quiz creation. Once this is ready, you can preview your quiz and you can publish it. If you are fine with all questions, you can preview and can publish. Or you can also modify the entire question. You have available choice. You can just change everything, change the options, create your own question and then save it. This way we can go ahead with the quiz creations. Easy way. I mean, here you do not have to take efforts. You can just proceed with a prompt, a quiz which has been created. Another way, when we are creating an assessment, you can define a curriculum, you can define a standard, and you can just go ahead with the quiz creation. For example, I'm specifying a curriculum. I'm selecting here STEM scope. I'm just specifying grade level as let's take 8, and I'm defining gravitational forces. And on that, the depth of the knowledge, I want 10 questions to be created, level 1, 10 questions, and let's generate a quiz. So based on those topics, the gravitational forces, the quiz will be generated with 10 topics. If you upload your notes, I mean, if you upload any documents or if you provide a website, based on that website content, the quiz will be created. So this way one can go ahead with the quiz creation. So there are 10 questions which has been created. Fine. Moving ahead with, as like this, you can go ahead with the presentation creation also. You want to add a blank slide, then you can go ahead with it, or you want to import any content, you can import the content. Either you can upload from the device or you can upload from the drive. So if, for example, if I'm uploading from the device, I'll just select I'll just select one random thing, the PPT slides which has been there. So from that PDF, let's see what it is going to pull. So it has taken the slides and it has been taken, it's a PDF, so it has taken it as an images. Let's move ahead. And what we want to do, what we want to bring into this lesson plan. The slides are there, but if I want to include teaching, if I want to include practice, then accordingly the slides will be a little bit modified. So I want to apply practice scenario here. Next, I'll go ahead with this. And then what it is doing, it is adding AI into it. And it is using this slide for practice purpose. So it is adding questions into the slides. Earlier slides were just having the information. First slide, second slide, there is a question. Third, concept. Next, there is a question. See, this way, we are getting the information. So 24 AI questions has been generated, and this way the slides has been prepared. This is what which has been used for the preparation purpose also. If I start editing, if in case I want to change anything, I can go ahead with it. And if you want to publish or you want to preview, you can go ahead with preview. This is a preview. After the concept, there's a question which has been asked, then there is some concept which you're teaching. Then on that, there is a question which has been asked. So this way there are slides which has been modified. Or if you just provide a text material, based on that, the PPT slides will be created. What I have uploaded was the slides, and because of that, I'm getting this whole thing which has been generated. You can publish it and you can share these things. So this way one can use it for slide creation, for video creation, for passage creation, even for flashcard creation. If I'm selecting a flashcard creation, here you just have to provide the content, what text you want on the flashcard, and then it will go ahead with the flashcard generation. So this way one can go ahead with the flashcard generations. Creating from scratch means you have to provide a text here. What would be there in the front? For example, ML. So ML stands for machine learning. So I'm just writing here machine learning. So this is one of the flashcard we are saving. If you want to add another flashcard, I'm just writing next flashcard is AI. So here I'm writing artificial intelligence. Then I'll add one last flashcard. For example, here I'm using NLP and here I'm referring natural language processing. So this way I've created 3 flashcards, and if you want to preview the card, it will look like this. So you are asking in the class, for example, students the terminologies, so what it means, and this is the answer for it. So this way we are getting the first flashcard, the second flashcard. Asking a student the answer, checking the answer, moving ahead with the next one. Like this, one can go ahead with flashcard generation. So you can create different types of material. You can generate different types of material with the help of Vagrant. So video creations are also been possible, passage and also been possible. You can try these options. You can provide a prompt and you can directly generate it from the AI. When we work with this, there is a library which has been created. Library means what content you have created. Those content will be listed. Once I publish it, the information will be available over here. If I just click on this home and if I just go through creation process, and if I'm just clicking on the presentation part, I'm getting a new content which has been created. Once I publish those contents, I can see those content into this library which has been added in. Then we have sessions information here. This session information is whatever sessions we have conducted, whatever quizzes we have conducted, whatever presentations we have conducted, those will be listed over here, and you will get the entire details of these sessions. When it is about students, you will be getting classes. You can connect it with your Google Classroom and you can share the information. This, whatever quizzes, whatever presentation you are preparing to the Google Classroom. You have options available for creating a class. You can create a class, for example, demo class. Once the class has been created, in this class, you can add students. So here you have options to add students. You can send a link to the students and you can ask the students to join the class. This way also a classroom can be created here and you can share it, or even whatever content Vagrant is having, you can share it with the Google Classroom, existing Google Classroom. So in this case, this is my SYMCA semester 4 classroom, which I have linked with this content. The next tool, I hope till this point it is fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next tool which we are going to discuss is formative AI. Formative AI is till this point we are just discussing about how we can have the MCQs to be generated and so on. So let me just proceed with formative AI. So here I'm getting formative.com. I'll share the link in the chat. Once you open a formative AI, it will ask you if you are opening for the first time. You want to create a free account, you can go ahead with free account creation. And then you will get this kind of screen. Once you get this screen, you can go ahead with creating. So there is an option available for create, but what all things? There are activities, there are practice set, there are classes, reports, library, notifications. Activities may what we are available. So there are lessons which has been created. Those lessons are listed over here. Practice set you can create, which deals with either you can create manually, you can use Luna AI, which has been available. With the Luna, you can create a content. You can import content if in case there is something available already, you can import them, or you can browse through the set. So if I create manually, for example, and I'm creating full form identification. So I'm just specifying full form identification. So what should be there in the card? For example, HTTP. So I'll just write what should be a full form of it. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Once this is done, we'll proceed with the next card creation. The next card I'm specifying FTP. This is File Transfer Protocol. Then I'm proceeding with the next creation, which is it's a hypertext markup language. And I'll just add one more thing, NLP, natural language processing. Okay. So this way, we have created a flashcards. Now, once we have completed this flashcard creation, or the full form identification thing, we can preview this. Now, in which way you want to preview, in which way you want to practice. So there is a flashcard option, there is a match option, there is a quiz option, and there is a write option. One thing you can actually visualize into multiple ways. So if I just select the standard way flashcard, it looks like a flashcard representation. So we'll start with the full form identification. You can conduct this in the class. During the class, you can just ask a student to identify what are the full forms of the concept which we have learned. So start with the flashcard. You can show the first flashcard. Students are giving a correct name, so you can just click on got it. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. If we are getting a correct answer, you can go ahead with this. NLP, if I just give a wrong answer, so I didn't get it, I'm clicking on this. Then FTP, File Transfer Protocol, got it. So this way, again, it is asking the same question which you have not correctly answered. So NLP, Natural Language Processing, got it, and then it has completed the whole thing. So this way, the flashcard which has been identified, 4 out of 4, which we are getting. This is what the way we can go ahead with this flashcard representation. Another way we can go ahead with this preview is matching. You may get the same set of flashcard which can be represented in the form of matching. So how this match can be defined? Start match, and then we can get the flashcards. You will get the front and the back displayed. So you just have to match them. So for example, FTP is File Transfer Protocol. So the match has been done, you got the points for it. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. NLP, Natural Language Protocol, and HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. So this way, the entire flashcards can be converted into matching practice scenario. I mean, a different way, the quiz which can be conducted. Then moving ahead with the next option is when we preview it, we are getting it as a quiz. So if I start with this quiz, I can get FTP and these 4 options. What is the correct option for this? File Transfer Protocol. So I'm clicking on that. NLP, if I click on this, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, it's a wrong answer. It's a incorrect. So let me proceed further. HTTP, it's a Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So it's a correct answer. HTML, I'm just clicking on markup language. NLP is natural language processing, and this way I'm getting 3 out of 4 was the correct. I mean, there was the initial try which I have done, and then later on I got 4 out of 4. That way one can define. So this way one can have this flashcard which can be generated. We have created manually. You can create it with the AI. So for example, I want 10, I'll just specify 5 cards on linear regression. So you just specify the concept and just go ahead with generate a practice card. So for this, we have written a prompt, and based on this prompt now 5 flashcards are created. So there are methods: least square method, residual, this is the terminology which has been used, coefficient of determination, intercept, and overfitting. These are the concepts which has been used into linear regression, and for that the flashcard which has been created. So once we preview it, and you can ask the student to write, for example. So start writing में you can ask them intercept पे what is this, the response dash response value for dash variable. So this you can define as either you write an answer or you can go ahead with this I don't know kind of thing. This way one can deal with this writing exercise. You can ask the students to write it. Like this can be given on, I mean, you can share the link with the students and students can attempt it at simultaneously. That way one can go ahead. For that, you can go ahead with copying link and you just share it with the students. This way, sharing option, writing options can be given to the students. You can also go ahead with assigning option. Assign to class, there are various classes available if you want to assign it to class 2. So for example, I'm selecting this, I'm assigning to this class, and now this question has been assigned to this class 2. So I'm just clicking on classes and I'm just selecting class 2. Look at this. In the class 2, I can see that there are activities which has been available. So there is an activity which has been there on the regression theory. There is an activity which has been available. So you can just see what all things which has been available into each of these classes. If you want to create class, you can go ahead with classes option, add class, and you can click on creation of class. So for example, this is STTP class. I'm just specifying. I'm just defining here all this option. If you want to remove something, you can just go ahead, whatever things you want to define for it. Color, if you want to specify any specific one, you can define that and then create a class. And this way the class has been created. You can ask students to enroll to this class by sharing this link. This is a class joining link, or this is a class joining code which has been shared with the student and they can join this class. And then you can share the activities with the student. You can also get the reports of the students, and this can be identified on the basis of what activity you have conducted. You select the activity, you select the option, and then you can go ahead with the report generation part for it. So this way things are little bit similar when we work with this formative kind of AI, as like the other where we can create a assessment scenarios. Now when it is about practice set, we have just seen that there are multiple ways one can create it. One, you can import the data and you can import the content from the CSV file, and you can create a flashcards with this. For example, like I have a Excel file ready, for example, where I have listed the commands and what is the purpose of those commands, and then I have uploaded the file. So I'll be getting in the front and the back directly instead of writing everything explicitly. You can upload from the file and you can get the things created. So this way one can go ahead with this formative assessment scenario. The next tool which we are going to discuss is DataStat Pro. This DataStat Pro is a tool which can be used for simple data analysis part. So let me just provide the details to you. So this is DataStat Pro. I'm sharing it in the class and the chat. So here we have in the DataStat Pro, again, if you are using first time, you can go ahead with login option, sign up option, and you can sign up with your account. You will get the details about this DataStat Pro, different tutorials which has been listed. You can watch those tutorials and you can log in into this DataStat Pro. For example, I'm logging with my Google account. So I'm logging with this account. So as I log in, this is a beautiful tool which has been available for sample data analysis. But naturally, as this is a tool available, free tool available, there are some limitations, and the limitations are when you are analyzing the data file can have only 100 records. So those 100 record analysis can be possible. If your data set is having more than 100 records, then you won't be able to go ahead further. So it's like analysis can be done. So that's the limitation which has been provided. So we'll be going for free access naturally, and we'll proceed with this particular access. In case you want to use DataStat Pro and you want to use it as a teaching account part, as a teaching section, so you can select this either pro options or maybe as a standard option. But as for learning process, we'll be going with the free access part. So in the dashboard, we are getting data. On the data, I'm getting data sets. Yes, data, I'm getting data sets. Once I click on data sets, I can see here option as import data, where I can import a data. I can upload my data file, but again, condition, more than 100 records, it is not going to process. Then there are data sets available, already available data sets if I want to import. So I'm just going to access the import option. Once I click on the import option, I can see there are sample data sets available. So let me select, okay, I'll select the health data set. So I have used health data set. In the health data set, look at this, how many rows are there? 100 rows. Because we are working on the free tool, 100 rows, there are 26 columns. And now I want to see what this file is having. So I just want to go for different types of analysis on this data. So let me proceed with the data analysis on this file. So look at this. It is defining health data set is the current data set. You can view, you can edit this. If I'm just clicking on view, I'm getting the data set content, what it contains. Okay. Now I want to apply some descriptive statistics on it. So I'm clicking on descriptive and I'm selecting this option descriptive. Once I select the option descriptive, here I'm getting the various data preview scenarios. So I'm getting health data set. How many records? 100 records are there. There are some numerical variables. If you want to select, descriptive analysis has been done, statistical analysis is done only on the numerical information. Only you can count for categorical information, frequency count, and so on. So I'm selecting age, income, height, weight. These are the parameters. Okay. So I have selected 4 numerical options, and then I'm identifying for each one of them distribution shape, outlier detection, normality test, box plot, confidence level, and so on. So let's see, apply the statistics on it. So after applying a statistical analysis on it, for age, I'm getting the box plot, which says that minimum value of age is 18 in the data, maximum value of age is 67. We are getting first quartile value as 25, median value is 39, and the third quartile value is 53.56. This way we are getting a data distribution, the box plot. Median value which has been there is 39, and this red dot which has been shown is representing mean value. So you can easily identify what is median, what is mean, and what is a interquartile range for this given data. So you can see all this information for age data in this very beautifully visualized manner. Similarly for income, because we have selected second uh, column as an income. So for the income, we are getting this information. For height, we are getting this information. Weight, we are getting this information. If in case you want to go ahead with some correlational analysis on the data, you can select a correlation. Now on this data set, we want to perform different types of, there are multiple ways correlation can be possible. If I select Pearson correlation, so you need to select the variables to correlate. So I'm selecting age and income. Let's see what I'm getting with the age and income correlation. Let's apply the correlation matrix, and this is the correlation matrix I'm getting. If I want to select multiple parameters, like I want to go for age, gender, height, weight, blood pressure. These are the parameters I've selected, and let me identify the correlation matrix and see I'm getting this correlation matrix. Somewhere you will find positive correlation, strong positive correlation. Somewhere you will find negative correlation of the variables, and this can be shown with the graphical interpretation. And this is a correlation values we are getting. It's detailed interpretation you are getting. Along with that, how to cite this, that information also been defined. If in case you want to go for visualization, you can draw different types of plots. So for example, if I want to draw a bar plot, so I'm just selecting from the health data set, I want bar plot for gender, and this way I can see there are 48 female and there are 52 male. If I want to get a bar plot of height, see these are the various heights which are data entries which has been there. So this way you can get visualization very easily with the help of this data stat pro, right? So there are actually many more things, as this is a I would say a very user friendly tool. You can easily explore all options which are available here. If you have any queries, I am here to answer those. So I'll wind up at this point. If any queries, please ask. Yeah. Any queries?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So shall we conclude the session now?
Nice session, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for being patient, listener. I hope the tools are useful, and I'm sure if you find it useful, you will use it for your classes as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the feedback. Pleasure. Thank you so much. I'll take a leave.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So I'm closing the meeting now. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. You can take your own time. Yeah. We will waiting for you. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
sir.
I think Harshali ma'am has left, or
She has left. She has ended the session, and she has left.
yeah. So I think participant, we should stop here, and a couple of instructions are there. The MCQ test is right now live. Okay, in the LMS, there are 60 questions. Each question carrying 60 marks. The timing of the test will be 60 minutes. That will be open from 2:30 to 10 p.m. Okay, and you have to attempt between that time. Whenever you are attempting the test, you will get the one single attempt with the 60 minutes. So I will request all the participants kindly attempt that test, and the test is based on the all live session that will be conducted up to today, and the material provided in the LMS. So with this regards, I have put all the questions, all the instructions in our WhatsApp group. If you have any queries or the question, you can please ask.
So we have to also submit
Thank
two
you very
assignments
much,
which
sir.
is already uploaded on LMS, right?
Yes.
Hello. So this
Yes, sir.
MCQ is for 60 mark, and those two assignment are how many? Like how many
Sir,
marks it carries?
one assignment exploring ICT research is for 10 marks, is for 20 marks, and the 10 marks is allotted for this one. That is which one you are exploring this critical prompt engineering.
So it is a 30, and this MCQ is for 60, 90 marks.
90 marks
and 10
is
marks
there.
for overall performance.
Yes.
And 10 marks is for overall.
Yes.
ठीक है, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
so participant, shall we stop now here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you.
I wish best of luck to
Thank
all
you.
of you
Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
MCQ assessment.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. And we should stop here and meet tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.